As you approach the ruins, you hear the distant howl of wolves. Oh. Flying overhead, you hear bats making their way through the ruins and into the forest that surrounds said ruins. Surrounding the base of the trees and dilapidated buildings that surround you, I said that twice, didn't I? A low-hanging fog can be seen, giving the area a creepy feeling that is hard to shake, even for the sturdier soul. All right. All right. What do we want to do? Is there anything that we want to say before we get through these ruins?
Are we sure these ruins are safe? I mean, I've been through plenty of rundown, ramshackle, broken down taverns in my day, but ruins, I tend to avoid them for the most part.
I want you to roll me an insight.
Let me pull up my character sheet quick.
Okay.
And 19.
You probably have the sneaking sensation on the back of your neck that the place inherently could not necessarily be the safest place to be in right now. Hence, since no one has been around in what it looks like probably years and years, since the places are, all the buildings and stuff are shambled and ruined, and you see vines and stuff, growing in and out of the walls, and things are just crumbling and looking pretty shoddy. As you guys kind of make your way a little bit through the ruins, on top of one of the shambled ruins of the walls that are clearly have different holes and cracks, and I know that sounds bad.
No,
I heard myself. You think you hear something. She's getting ready. You as you guys kind of look towards this building, because you're hearing this odd purring sound coming from the top of this of the ruins, I suppose you could say. And the first thing you see are a pair of cat eyes looking at you guys like, wow, like they're yellow cat eyes, obviously. And Miss CA, yep. And Miss CA, would you like to take over as you introduce yourself?
Well, hello there, players. How are we today?
Greetings.
What brings you here to the ruins?
Fate.
That's
Really?
it, just fate.
Fate brings you to the ruins?
Remember, you guys are here to lay Javier the Paladin to rest.
We're here on a mission.
Yes, that.
A mission from Gad. No, a mission for we worship and support. I would call him Javier, but I'm just probably being pretentious. And he wants to go back to the temple, and we have vowed to protect him and help him through.
Oh, the temple.
Hey, what great he is, by the way.
Thank you.
The better to hear your lies with.
and by now, the rest of the cat has materialized as if from nothing into something. You have been introduced to the Cheshire Cat. Yes, purr.
And you can still hear the purring. You just can't see me.
Before we go any further, I'm just going to look at the party and be like, okay, I get, I joined this cult for the wrong reasons to begin with, but I get we have something we're doing. But I really think we should avoid the cat thing. I have bad experiences with cats.
And you
I
hear
can cast
purring
hold
in your
monster-
ear,
hold
like real
monster on
loudly.
Oh.
All right.
Can I do an insight roll to see if we know anything about this cat? Have we heard about it, come across it before?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead and roll that insight.
5.
I'm
Well,
fabulous.
Barely recognised it.
This is not a dog.
I'm a
well,
cat.
well, yes, you definitely know
You're
that
very
this,
sure.
that this is a very fluffy, nice-looking
Oh,
cat.
so fluffy.
It's a fluffy cat.
Oh.
The fluffiest of them all.
Is this
Yes.
an abnormally large cat, or is it
Oh.
a regular
Yeah,
sized
I
cat?
got some girth. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I would probably say this cat is.
You can't miss me.
It's definitely not a dire cat, but it's definitely not a normal-sized cat. It's
Is
You
it bigger
couldn't
than the
pick me
red
up.
box?
it is the fur. The fur is the fluffiest fur you could ever imagine.
Oh,
Is it like Norwegian forest cat sized, which is like this big?
Yeah,
Yes.
Just think of my screen.
Yep. Yep,
Yep.
it's very. Yeah, they're very fluffy.
Can I
Um,
roll animal handling and see if I can,
Ooh.
talk to this cat?
Handle me?
And well, hey, no, if I wanted to handle you, I'd be rolling persuasion. Trust me, baby.
I want to pet it.
to pet the kitty.
I want to pet the kitty. I want to touch
Oh
it.
dear. I don't get very well on my animal handling. That's a total of 5.
I can say this has honestly never happened to
I
me
think I may have
before.
accidentally pulled the cat's tail.
I'm quite
And what was that?
excited.
Persuasion?
No, that was animal handling.
Oh, animal handling.
Oh, what'd you roll?
Total of 5.
She rolled a 5.
Oh, I didn't like it very much.
I wish to persuade the kitty to let me pet it.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a great sound effect.
Mm-hmm. It's 21.
Ooh. I like it a lot.
Yep, you definitely touch the kitty, and the kitty likes it very much.
Tell me more of fate.
Rich behind the ears.
So after we've had our time, petting the kitty,
I cast minor illusion and create a yarn ball next to it. A giant yarn ball the size of its head.
That's just
oh my god.
I'm expending that spell slot right now.
Okay.
That cantrip is gone.
Now, but does the kitty want the yarn ball?
I do want the yarn ball. I'm
All
upside
right.
down. Just playing with it.
Just rolling it.
Like, well, okay, guys, that was the end of the story. You just,
Did I
The true mission was to make the kitty happy.
win? Yes. I feel so good right now.
I'm going to cautiously approach the Cheshire Cat. Like, can you help us get through there
I hiss
without
you.
dying? Horrible
That's-
You're
deaths.
too close to my yarn ball.
but the invisible man in the sky that is somehow narrating your guys' fate tells you that is the appropriate question.
Sinks kitty.
Okay, so as you guys are probably done, playing with the cat and giving the cat fun yarn toys to play with.
I'm gonna push my yarn towards the direction we're going.
Yep.
You can
The kitty
follow
cat-
my string.
Yep, the kitty will lead the way. Now, as you guys are making your way through the ruins, you pass by, building after building. They all start kind of looking alike. Some look like houses, some look like they were probably shops and other such types of buildings when they were in their heyday. But as you guys continue on for a few more minutes, you guys pass by this one house or this one building where you kind of hear the faint sounds of crying coming through the doorway. Just like that.
You're welcome.
I would like to roll a insight check to see if there are any. Well, not insight. Really, I just want to check for traps.
Yeah.
Or rogue.
Roll. All right,
I
roll
think
that.
you're
Yeah. Roll that perception.
Wait 1 second. I check what my modifier is on perception. 19.
You look around suspiciously at like everything. You look at the door. You're looking at the ground before you. Inside the door, everything looks remarkably untrapped.
Hmm.
I'm going to roll a perception to see if I can hear what if I get any insight to any idea of what type of thing it might be that's crying.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, a natural 20,
Ooh.
and I have a plus
First
10
one of the night.
bonus as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Woo.
guys,
Duck it, Nils. I
Nice.
saw your comment.
Nat
yeah,
20.
it is. That is officially the first nat 20
of the actual live stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Oh yeah. All right. We are doing it naturally. Woo. That sounds bad. I apologize. Okay. You definitely perceive that it sounds like it's coming from a kind of a small creature, because it doesn't, because it's that kind of that high pitched, I don't want to say weak, but kind of just a small cry that's from a smaller individual. And I think because you got a nat 20, I'll probably say that it's coming from just inside the door, but just slightly out of view.
Oh, well, folks, I think it sounds like it's... so relay this to the team. So I think as it's a fairly... sounds like it's something small. I can't imagine it's something dangerous. I kind of feel that we ought to see what's crying about.
I agree. We must save it.
Of course. What could be dangerous about it?
I'll
The way that you're saying it has some implications that is dangerous. I don't like the way you say that. Can you say it in
you say it
in a non-suspicious way?
All right. Is anyone going to go ahead and walk in? Is going to be brave enough?
I will go behind the first person to walk in.
I enter.
All right. Mr. Steele, your character was
Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken. Actually,
Kraken.
I have everyone written down here, so I had to kind of
Goliath
look.
Paladin.
All right. Yes, and we should probably introduce characters as we play them. So next time someone else talks, say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm such and such," though whatever, because we're professional D&D streamers. So Mr. Kraken, he walks in, and because there are enough broken down parts of the roof and walls and stuff, there's plenty of light shining in there, so it doesn't really take that long to have your eyes adjust. Kind of in the corner, you see this really small being, kind of hunched down and just tears streaming down. And you'd almost imagine it's like just these big crocodile type tears, but at the same time they look genuine. It's this like really, you first look at it like it's a rabbit, but this rabbit almost looks like one of those like jackrabbit type rabbits, where the really long legs, kind of the long body, the long ears, and almost the long bunny face, I guess, if that's the thing. And he's just sitting there, and he's too wrapped up in his just trying to see you guys.
Bunny Rabbit Man, do you need assistance?
No, don't ask me to help me.
Rabbit man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. Let me compose myself.
It's okay. We are here to
Would
help.
you like me to sing a song to cheer you up?
Yes. I do love a good song.
How about
A
run,
song?
rabbit, run, run, run.
Read, stay off my
So
side.
Bard, Bard, come and sing and cheer up this rabbit.
All right. Well, go ahead and sing your song of magical rabbit
Oh,
calming
magical.
songs.
I know it's not my DM style, but I would totally give an inspiration for that.
You know what? You know what? That's a good point.
Yes.
Inspiration to you, sir.
Oh,
Inspiration to
thank
you.
you.
Yes.
I can mark that.
Oh, I love it.
I'm just gonna make a note. La 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 la. So, Rabbit, what's your problem? Is there anything we can do? We're here to help. Can we help you? It's what we're here to do.
Okay, you know what? Just for poops and giggles here, because again, PG. We're doing PG here. Roll performance for me.
Hey,
Hey,
I
was
got a
just
plus
doing
14 on
something so
performance,
good.
by the way, just to let you know.
Get another
Mother
nat
of
20, Chris.
I'm glad I've got that 14 because that gives me a whole total of 16.
Whoa! Well, okay. You know what? I'm going to say,
Beautiful song.
yep, that is like the next number one on the billboards. It's on the top, definitely on the top 10.
Yeah, that never
And
happens.
the Bard, what are you?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn Bard. Wow.
And
Nice.
nice,
You
nice.
didn't accidentally roast the rabbit while you were singing, did you? Because it's a wonderful recipe.
The only kind of
The cat just looks at you like,
the only kind of roasting here is the fact that song was hot. I feel so much better now. Thank you for your tunage.
We're here to help.
Okay. And so he's drying off his fur. The little fur on his cheeks are still wet, but he's obviously stopped crying at this point. He kind of gets up and kind of, okay. Well, I do have a problem. You guys came in the nick of time. In the next room over there, I have a friend who's trapped in this weird mirror, and I wanted to go in there myself and get him out, but looking at the reflection, I have a hard time seeing him in there, and when I do see him in there, it looks like he's trapped in there, and he's surrounded by all this weird stuff, and I don't want to go in there because I'm afraid I'll get trapped in there as well. Is it possible that you guys could help me?
Of course.
This sounds like a challenge. We could give it a go.
Okay.
This is a one shot. That's why we're here.
He says
like
out of character.
Just one time, and that's it. You try and ask for help again, not happening.
That's for help again. We're charging you.
Okay. All right. So you guys go into the next room, or he leads you into the next room, and against the wall.
I'm sorry. Penny, you're evil.
You just read what I wrote.
Yes.
My suggestion for a song.
I don't think Bright Eyes is appropriate at this point.
and so in the next room, against the wall is this. Okay, I should describe the room a little bit more. There's a variety of just stuff in there, like broken down room things, like just a nasty looking bed.
I'm sitting on the bed. Cleaning myself.
Yeah, and the rabbit and the rabbit, he kind of turns to the cat and he says, "You might want to be careful because you might get ticks. Who knows what's in that mattress? You just don't know these days." So we have broken down dressers and bookcases and things like that. And kind of in the corner, even though everything else looks run down, you see this remarkably pristine, beautiful, full-length like mirror. Like, imagine you guys have all seen Harry Potter, I'm sure, right?
Of course.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Like the mirror of Erizad. It's kind of like that really nice big, oval shaped mirror, really ornate. It definitely seems slightly out of place here.
I'm gonna rub up
But-
on it.
What do you see when you rub up on it?
Can I
tell
see
you
my
that you could stick a balloon to her
purry
now.
face?
Like, if we look into the mirror, what do we see?
At first actually, let me look at my notes real quick.
And what do you need me to roll?
Okay,
What do
hold
I
on.
roll?
Well, I'm
Okay.
going to go up to the mirror and just make sure that my performance costume and face
Okay.
is
For
looking
any-
good.
All right, anybody who is choosing to look into the mirror, I want you guys to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Ooh. What did...
17.
Okay, fail.
Fail.
Okay.
What?
Okay. The what was the last one? 20 what?
6.
26? Okay, that's a pass.
18.
Okay, that is a fail.
Ooh.
Is anyone else going to do it? Just asking for a friend.
I want to roll Arcana and just see if there's any magic going on with this mirror.
Okay.
So that bloody hell. Right, yeah, that's a fabulous 9.
I mean, you can tell there's something with it. There's definitely some kind of a magical aura to it.
Meanwhile, I'm
but-
lit like a Christmas tree.
Yep. Pretty much. I mean, it's pretty. It's you somehow you can just tell that it's pretty as a Christmas tree. Which, by the way, Christmas season. Yeah.
Cast Dispel Magic on it, since it kind of seems like there's some magic with it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll do that one, and then let's just go ahead and see what happens.
The fact he was so keen for you to do that makes me worried.
Ah,
13.
I'm afraid that fails.
Oh.
This is some pretty
Oh.
powerful magic on this thing.
Okay,
All right.
I've got Dispel Magic as well, but I've never cast a spell before, so what do I do? Is it just a D20?
Let's see. You would. What level is it?
Oh, it's a 3rd level.
It's a 3rd level. All right. Well, that's one less spell slot that you can use for your character for that
Mhm.
appropriate spell slot. And then you, what does Dispel Magic say exactly?
Hang on, I'm gonna have to go to the book because there's
That's
not
all
enough.
right. I've got
on-
the
You have
card
to-
here.
the target has to make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target.
All right. All right. Let's see. I'm going to think.
Difficulty class is 13 then.
All right. And what is your, what was it? What, currently look at the dirt sheet because the
Ability check using my spell casting ability, which is
did you say-
charisma.
Yeah. Didn't you say it was the spell save that you have to do?
The target does, doesn't it? Isn't it the
yeah,
target?
so for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
Okay. And what do I have to beat?
The DC
10.
equals 10 plus the spell's level.
So that's
Okay.
13. So you're casting at 3rd level.
All right. So I have to beat a 13 then?
Yeah.
All right. Oh. It fails.
Bother.
Yeah. And actually, just because we now found that out, Tiny, why don't you go ahead and make the same roll? Or I guess I'll have to make the same roll for you too. Oh, a lot closer. But
Well,
it's
she didn't say what level she cast the spell at.
Actually, yes. What level did you cast it at?
Sorry, backseat DMing against us.
I mean, I'm assuming at this point that it was at 3rd level.
Yeah,
but...
Let's just leave it at that.
We'll just go with 3rd level since Penny did also 3rd level.
Okay. And what was your DC save?
10 plus the spell level.
Okay. Oh, I just barely beat it with a 14.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. So who failed their charisma saves? Okay. So any of you who failed, you all get sucked into the mirror.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Woo. And it's
As
kind
I
of
go
like.
through, I want to yell, "Wee!"
I willingly go with them.
Okay. And so it's almost like a weird acid trip kind of effect for like just a few moments, and
Just flying through space with my yarn.
yeah, as you and then anyone who didn't, of course, anyone who didn't look is don't know if anyone else is going to be looking after that. I kind of doubt they're going to want to look after that.
As I'm getting sucked into the mirror, I'm just think, why do I always look at the shiny thing?
Because it's shiny and pretty. That's why.
You
I know why I looked at it.
But did you fail your saving
No,
roll,
I
dear?
didn't. I stupid.
What was that?
It's very important for a performer to look their best.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
I see you're a baritone now, dear.
okay. So
I don't think Dragonborn normally do tenor, darling.
now I believe who failed? We had TK and who else? I know there's one other that failed. I believe.
Tiny. Me and
Tiny.
Tiny. Okay. So we have actually this is a good time. Tiny and TK, introduce your characters super fast. What are you guys?
You can go ahead, Tiny.
Okay. I am a tiefling warlock.
Okay.
My name is Kiri.
Yeah.
Kyrie eleison.
Yeah. All right. And Mr. TK?
And I am a human rogue named TK. I'm a pirate.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I believe you are a swashbuckler, if memory
Yes,
serves.
swashbuckling TK.
All right. So you two suddenly, as you're going through the magical mirror of awesome, or in this case, Arazad, I guess, interchangeable at this point. You guys suddenly stop real quick on your feet, and you kind of find that you guys are in this in this room, windowless, and all you see in the room is 4 walls. Let's see, how's a good way to describe this? In the middle of the room, the first thing you see is this giant mushroom, and up top, sitting on it, smoking on his hookah, is this is a caterpillar. But in this case, let's see, what was my description for it?
My eyes get real wide, like I'm gonna eat it.
The caterpillar?
I'm sorry, but this caterpillar is something you probably wouldn't want to eat.
I think that's for the cats to decide. They'll eat anything.
And
Hours of eating spiders.
Hmm.
and then surrounding the caterpillar and the mushroom, all along the walls, on the floors, around you, under you, behind you on the walls, and like even on the ceiling is all this weird moss kind of stuff. And above the caterpillar is just this, one singular lamp just hanging there, and it's lit, has a nice tiny little flame on it. And the caterpillar, he's sitting there kind of in this hazy cloud of smoke. Okay, I guess I'll describe him first. The caterpillar, he's all black. It's one of those really exotic looking caterpillars, He's huge. He's all black caterpillar colors. He has all these spines on him. Excuse me. And all on him is you see drips of caterpillar webbing, I guess. Yeah.
Caterpillar, what?
Caterpillar, like a webbing, kind of, I guess, or caterpillar or silk.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of covered, it's hanging from the spines and all.
Ew,
all
that's
stuff.
gross.
Yeah, so he's.
I pushed TK in front of me.
I was saying that sounds uncleanly.
I'd be like, I'm totally for going through that mirror again because that was a crazy trip and I'm totally willing to hit that bong there, but I am not going anywhere near that.
And kind of hearing that commotion of suddenly of him getting pushed forward, the caterpillar kind of turns and
Man, this stuff is the good stuff.
hello. It has been quite a while since I have seen anybody in this room.
That's
I'm
a
assuming-
lie.
Oh, little kitty cat. Wait, I think I recognize you. You're that cat in the woods. What are you doing here?
I'm playing with a ball of yarn. What does it look like I'm doing?
I stroke her head. She's a good kitty. Good.
Anyway, okay.
Mr. Caterpillar.
Excuse me. Okay, hold on. I have a name for him. I'm sorry. Let's see. His actual name, if I can actually bloody find it on my notes. The name. I am not Mr. Caterpillar. My name is Absalom.
Oh.
Absinthe?
Absalom.
Makes the heart grow fonder. That.
So
I'm going to call you
Absalom.
Call him abstinent.
From a tree by your hair.
Not Absalom Dak, Dalek Hunter.
So, Mr. Caterpillar, how did we get here? Exactly. I know mirror happened. We're here. How
Ooh,
did you get
philosophy.
here?
Well, this was a trap done by these god-awful, short, ugly-looking dwarves. I hate them. I want to see them gone. It was their foul treachery that got me trapped in this mess.
For the right price, I can make that happen.
No, look, I like your attitude.
Not my attitude, it was your attitude.
But unfortunately, I can help you out. I think I may have an idea where these dwarves are, but first, we need to get ourselves, all of us out of this mirror, because, quite frankly, we're all trapped in here until we unravel the mystery of this room. Now, I cannot move from this mushroom that I'm sitting on because, and of course,
My ass
as
is stuck here.
pretty much, all I can do is sit here and smoke. And because as you guys are having this conversation, all on this moss that's all around the room is this, you'll see all these, occasional poofs of like pollen, just from all these separate large patches all around the room, and let's see, okay. Let me think here. How do I want to do this? Okay. So, even though I'm assuming that because you guys are standing right in the midst of this pollen, it is apparently harmless to you, but every time I try to slither my way down off my seat of mushroom, yes, my mushroom seat, I feel like I'm about to die. But I think I know the weakness of how to get rid of this mold. But unfortunately, I'm not able to do it on my own. If you guys would help me, we could all get out of here.
Ooh, let's make quests.
Let me confer with my associate for a moment. I'm gonna turn around like, I have oil and there's a lamp above his head. I'm just saying. We can take care of this
You could be a dick.
I'm gonna minor illusion hookah just like his, but twice as big for me and TK. And we're just gonna stand here. And then I'm gonna look at him and be like, we can leave, and then he can stay here. And we can take his mushroom and his stuff.
You never know when you want a mushroom.
Exactly. These guys might want this. So
you both are so adorable. You think you can just get out of here. You're trapped in here with me now.
What is it exactly that you think that the trick of this mushroom? Why you don't think you can get off the mushroom? Maybe smoking a little bit too much.
It's not that he can't, it's the withdrawal that's the problem.
Well, see, this particular mold that you see around us, me, myself, I, and all of us, it seems to have a mighty resilience to most things, except for fire. But I don't have the ability to use fire myself.
You're stuck on this mushroom.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Mr. Caterpillar, I have some bottles, silk rope, oil, and a tinderbox.
I love how we name everyone. Miss Kitty Cat, Mr. Caterpillar.
My name is Absalom.
Abstinence.
I hate you all.
Hey, I'm just saying, you're up there, we're down here. If you want us to make fire, I'm sure me and my compatriot can make fire.
Oh, we can make fire.
Just how much fire do you want? You want a little bit of fire, a lot of fire? Insurance claim amount of fire, or we're burning everything to the ground amount of fire?
Well, quite frankly, there we go.
Sorry.
Well, as long as this fire is able to decimate the crap out of this accursed mold, whatever floats your boat.
What happens to the other 90% of the mold?
I'm gonna. So I have oil. You want to see if we can just light these things up?
Let's give it a shot. Let us give it a shot.
Don't cool with that, dude. This guy's like a secret pyro.
All right. So if you're gonna do that, just look at Dork doing that. Okay. You see probably 3 or 4 different patches of this moss. They seem to be almost clumped together, where you see they seem to be really strong in like one area, but as it kind of moves apart from that clump, it gets kind of weaker until suddenly, in the next clump, it gets suddenly really clumpy again. If you can kind of picture that in your mind. I don't know if I'm describing that quite right, but
like cave moss, how it kind of spreads.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Kate Moss is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And of course that's where
she isn't.
Yeah, and it's in those larger clumps we're seeing the of something I can't think of the word, the spores. So, what would you guys like to do?
I'm not a magical type person. All I know is I can just burn places down. I mean, it worked for a couple ships I needed to get rid of years ago.
All right.
Actually, I ended up here, but that's another tale. Do you have any fire? You any fire magic?
Well, I do not have any magics myself, for I am not really adept in that particular field. But there is potentially a good fire starter, though. As I kind of point up at the lantern there, if you really want to make sure you have a good way to start a fire, that is how. But I cannot reach it from here.
Resisting urge to do what I want to do.
I light a match.
I down and I'm like, do it.
Hold on. Dak, I'm sorry. I got to do this.
Fire!
Fire starter!
Let's...
Do it.
I have a crossbow. I'm going to aim the crossbow at the lantern.
I hide between the Kraken's legs.
Between the Kraken's legs.
And hold on for dear life.
What do you need me to roll to see if I hit?
Let's see. Well, you're going to be using your crossbow, so how about just a regular roll attack?
And that's 17.
All right. So you take your shot. You aim up, and the arrow sings through the air with the magic of roguey songness as it right through the rope, and the lamp begins its descent towards the poor innocent caterpillar that's asking for your help. I hope you're happy.
Hey, he pointed up after he heard me say I was going to use to catch him on fire.
All right. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be interesting. All right. So the lamp makes its descent and actually breaks on the poor caterpillar's head. And I'm gonna roll to see if anything happens.
Should have thrown the oil first.
And the caterpillar suddenly goes on fire a little bit. As he's like,
I cannot move from the
Stop,
shroom.
drop and roll! Stop, drop and roll!
shut up! I hate you so much. And as he falls off his mushroom, and he lands on the floor, and he's trying to roll around to put it off. And I'm gonna see if he can put it out in time. Someone say high or low to see if he does.
High.
Put it out.
Hi.
So, high to put it out.
He is high.
Okay. And he manages to put it out. But of course, he is now on the ground with the rest of the mold. So he's like, he kind of gets back up. What have you done? All I've asked for was your help.
And we helped you.
What it sounded like is you asked for help at first, and then you tried extorting us for help.
All I've asked was for your help. And he's trying to grab onto the edge of the thing. He's trying to get back up.
I pick him up.
Okay. And are you going to try to put him back on the mushroom?
No.
I think we've had enough mushrooms for today.
Hold them like a baby.
And he's starting to get to that point where he's starting to, he's sitting there trying to fight you at first, but because he's been there for as long as he has, and because now he's inhaling the spores, he's let's see, and roll and high or low to see if he dies.
Hi.
High to die.
Yep.
High to die.
Well, I certainly hope you're proud of yourself, because you are now holding on to a dead caterpillar.
Yes.
Mm.
And now how are you going to get out of this area?
Oh,
I want to take the caterpillar.
hang on.
And
I'm outside I'm outside the mirror, and I've got a rope. So with my back to the mirror, holding on to one end of the rope, I throw the other end of the rope at the mirror. What happens?
I catch it with my teeth on the other side.
The rope goes, yeah, it just goes and just falls down onto the floor.
Oh, well, worth a try.
Yeah, that was definitely a creative try, though. I like that. Okay. So for the two who are in the mirror, roll me a perception, please.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
I'm asking him to change his ways.
I think we've got the makings of whatever the opposite of a boy band is here.
A man band. Which sounds like a fashion accessory.
That's not what it sounds like, dear.
20 on perception, Dak.
What was it?
20 on perception.
20 on perception.
Not nat, just a straight 20.
Okay, just a modded 20. Okay. So you kind of, now that, you killed the guy you were supposed to have saved, you guys, you are now looking around the room, and you could, wait a minute. Actually, let's see. Actually, Mr. Goliath, sir, Mr. Kraken, you said you grabbed onto the caterpillar?
Yes.
Were you inside the mirror with them?
I thought I jumped in after they went in.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then, yeah, we're good. Okay. I just wanted, because I didn't remember if you did or not. All right. So you kind of look around, and as you look back behind you where you guys, were facing away from the mushroom seat, which is probably now could be his headstone. That's the greatest thing of Extra Life. You guys managed to kill yourself a poor caterpillar. So I hope you guys. What's the poor bunny gonna say? Anyway, you look behind you, and you see magically something that wasn't there before. You see the mirror, the same size, the same mirror and everything, like up on the wall itself, like it's mounted up there, and like you see, it looks really nice. It looks pretty, fancy again. Mirror's cool, and kind of near the top arch of the mirror, you kind of see these lettering, this odd lettering. What does anybody, or what languages do the three of you speak who are in the mirror?
Common and Valdalkin.
Giant and infernal.
Okay. Tiny? Uh-oh, Tiny. I can't hear Tiny.
You're muted.
You said common and infernal.
Oh, common and infernal. Okay, well, unfortunately, you guys aren't able to read what it says. Let's see. Okay,
I'm going to turn to the cat. Hello, tiny kitty. Question. Can you read that?
I can read. So, Dak, I really can't read it. Just tell me something funny that I would actually read off of it. That would be the wrong information.
Catnip is awesome.
No.
I think the caterpillar had some of that in his pipe.
Yes.
And it doesn't have pockets.
Well, it is a caterpillar, so I'm going to safe to assume that no, it does not have pockets.
Okay, I want to take the caterpillar and throw him at the mirror.
All right.
Well, that escalated.
Okay. Strength
I
check.
just take him and then I just
Whoosh.
chuck him into the mirror.
Give me a strength check for that. Oh God, this is turning into a horror show.
Honestly, I thought that would be our paladin doing that.
I got a net 20.
Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay. So you grab the caterpillar, despite all the spines and stuff on him, you're like, you chuck him with your greatest of ease, and it lands. It pounds up against the shiny mirror, and all of a sudden, looks like nothing happens as the caterpillar just and you're like, did it do anything? Kind of thing. And then you see it's like a spider web kind of, cracks coming from where it collided in the mirror all across it, and it just shatters. And then suddenly you guys feel yourselves being pulled back through the same way you guys came in.
Wow.
I'm just gonna wave to the cat, be like, "Thanks for the help."
that includes the kitty. The kitty gets to come too. That would be a dick thing to do, to leave the kitty in the room.
While I'm
Kind of
flying
like,
through
you
the
know,
portal,
killing
I'm
the
gonna
cat.
try to get to like TK's character and sink my claws into.
Oh,
I do. I'm like, this is why I don't do cats. This is why I stick with my horse.
She lunges onto him, and then I'm just petting her, like, down, girl, down.
All right. So you guys finally, after that same sensation you guys felt the first time going through, you suddenly feel that almost that move and then just sudden stop as you guys are back out with the with the rest of the party.
Both of us that were left behind.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And now granted, it is just you three. The caterpillar is nowhere to be seen.
So,
I just look at the rest of the group and like, there was some crazy dank shit in there.
and the rabbit, he's sitting there kind of on the corner of the bed. He's sitting on the seat of it. He's like, and he sees you, he kind of gets back up and he's like, oh, and looks right.
I want to try deceiving the rabbit.
Where's my friend?
It wasn't in there.
What?
It was empty. The room was completely empty.
Dag, I want to try deceiving him.
Okay.
With an 18 on deception.
Okay. Let's see. I wish I'd rolled stats for the rabbit, but let's see. Woo. And what'd you get?
18.
All right. Well, you certainly deceived the rabbit.
I'm gonna tell the rabbits to walk over, kneel down, put my arm. I'm like, I'm sorry, but when we got in there, your friend is no longer with us. We did everything we could to try saving him, but he gave us what little help he could. He before he went, he did tell us how to get out.
I'm just gonna say he left a really nicely worded note. I mean,
My God, guys, considering that we all know what really happened in there.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Shame. You all should be ashamed of yourselves.
I don't think the note
I'm
came.
neutral.
I don't think the note came with us, but he did say that he enjoyed your years of friendship, and that he hopes that you continue living the best life that you can live.
And he did not save you any smoke it. She smoked it all before he left.
Oh.
He also said never trust a cat that decides to jump on your back while traveling through a portal.
That's very precise warning.
And so he's like, oh. You just see that original look of hope on his face just kind of drain a little bit, like.
What do I need to roll to see whether I believe their story? Because I wasn't there.
Do you have any?
Well,
tricks?
it would have to be his deception against your insight.
And the Goliath paladin's kind of in the corner praying, "Please don't ask me what happened. Please don't ask me what happened."
I think you'll probably win any. I got a whole 8. So.
I'm just gonna look like, hey, let's not go near any crazy mirrors again. I'm sorry about your friend, but is there any way you can help us? We have a mission we have to accomplish.
Oh, please, don't be cruel. He has just lost his best friend. And I go up to the rabbit.
Technically, if they were best friends, they could have just been mutual acquaintances. That's totally different.
Lost is
I
such a
choose
nice
to be
way
positive.
explain it.
I mean, he's not
Who
lost.
was the rabbit's friend? I mean, there
More
could have been
like
somebody else.
Obliterated.
Yeah. And now the whole time you guys are talking amongst yourselves, he's sitting there, with his hand up on the frame, just.
And I'm just gonna look at the cat. It's not like we caught him on. We torched the place or anything.
I go up to the rabbit and put my arm around him and said, "I'm sorry for your loss. Is there anywhere you can be? Somebody you can go to that will help you with your grief?"
Well, I have plenty of other friends in this forest, such as I have Duane. He's a dodo. He's a dodo bird, giant dodo bird. He lives somewhere in the forest down the way. I can always go talk to him. They were. I don't know. I can go talk to him, but I guess since you guys are on your way to do your mission, I guess I can lead you on your way. Follow me, and
I hope you guys are satisfied.
Always.
My ears are moving around to the thought of a bird coming up.
Well, I'll be honest. My first, as swashbuckler TK, my first thought was never ate a dodo before.
Yeah.
They're quite
Tastes
delicious.
disgusting, apparently.
And
My friends, do you think it would be kind of us to escort this poor, distraught rabbit to his friend?
I think that's the least we could do. You never know what we might find along the way.
Entity we specialize in.
No.
I'm going to minor illusion a trail of carrots through the way to get him motivated to continue on.
He's still trying to wipe away like an extra tear. He kind of looks down at the trail.
I paw at the fictitious carrots.
Look, I like carrots, but I've gone 90 days. I've gone 90 days without eating carrots. It was an addiction, and you mock me like this.
I slink to the back.
And he tries to look at one of the other party members. He goes,
I attempt to pick up the cat and stroke it while we walk.
okay,
I'm gonna walk next to the rabbit. Lead the way, my
okay.
hairy friend.
Well, luckily, the path out of here not only leads to where you need to go, because that's how it is, but also
It's almost like it was written that way.
I know, right?
That's how it is.
You see, my friends,
That's
when
it.
we help our fellow creatures in trouble, good things come of it.
But when we get to halfway there, I must depart from you guys because, quite frankly, I'm not supposed to be part of the next segment of the story. So.
I'm going to take out a pouch of gold and just hand it to the rabbit. You good kid.
Oh, thank you. All right.
That's very kind. He can buy his morning candles with those.
Yeah. So he kind of leads you, through the ruins and everything. So shows you the safest way to get through. I do believe that's Peter Pan. That's a different universe there.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
I've played Kingdom Hearts.
That's true. But even in Kingdom Hearts, they were divided. Anyway. So they kind of get, they kind of leave the ruins behind them, and they finally start getting into the thick of the woods, and along this kind of barely visible path. And after a little while, they come to a fork in the road, and the rabbit.
I pick up the fork.
I've never seen someone so excited about it.
If anyone was wondering why nerd therapy descends in chaos on a regular occasion, welcome to us.
Okay, you know what?
For Wonderland.
You know what? Just because, I don't know if you call it a pun or not, but hell, inspiration for the joke.
She's just gathering them up.
Are there any signs by this fork in the road that Penny picked up?
No. There's unfortunately no. There's no signage or anything. I mean, because most of the the trails themselves look like they're almost overgrown. They're still visible.
Is one of them the road less traveled by?
I'm holding a sign that
if
has
so,
like
we should take
a
that one.
badly drawn picture of TK on it, and it's facing the opposite direction.
We should go the opposite way that the cat wants us to go. And also, I want to check for. I'm gonna roll. if roll a perception to see what I can see down both paths. And it's not that great. But,
I'm just draped all over the Kraken.
You did what all over the Kraken?
Big fur coat.
I got a 9.
Got 9. Well, you of course don't see a whole lot, but let's see.
Sorry, has the rabbit left us at this point?
No. He was about to just as we got to the fork in the road. And I don't mean the kind that you used to eat a salad with either. Okay. I guess for your perception, real quick, they almost look indistinguishable from each other when you look down each path, but one path to the left looks a little bit darker, and
go the other way. Let's go the other way.
Which way's the cat pointing? Left or right?
I point both ways.
Yeah, you're like.
No comment.
Don't cross the streams.
Yeah.
I walk towards the
If you'd like, I could sing you a pathfinding song.
Yes.
Can we point the fork in a direction, and whichever way the fork points us, we go? Is that like a dowsing rod, is it?
Dowsing rod.
Hey, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I've never done that myself. I used to have a horse that did this for me.
That's
yes,
fun of
trick
for you.
the fork like a horse.
Horse, man.
Okay. All right. Douse. I guess go ahead and douse it. I guess.
Dowsing and rolling.
Is that a 20?
Oh boy, that's a whole flaming 8.
I love those 8s.
So, Penny, you're the one who was dowsing.
I rolled nature and dowsed, as it were, and got in at 8.
The fork, looks like he's going beep, 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 and then it just like it just nothing happens.
I was just behind her doing beep.
What's directly in front of us? Is it just like a cliff face, a tree?
It's a sign that says this way.
You gotta start walking towards the light.
Yes.
No, not towards
don't walk towards the light. Not wrong,
Let me go.
guys. It's okay.
Let me go.
All right.
No.
All right. So the rabbit, he kind of turns around and says, "Well, this is where we must depart. I'm going to go down this way," and he points down the darker road. If you go, just stay on this trail, and you will make it out of here towards your destination.
Make it out.
Yes. And of course,
Silly
again,
rabbit.
because tricks are for kids. And what was he gonna say? And just stay on the path, and you'll be good. Excuse me, gotta get a drink.
Num 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 num.
Can I? If he's gonna go down the dark path, can I cast a dream so his path is a little bit nicer?
Oh, that was really sweet. Is that to make up for the carrot incident?
Yeah, because I felt really bad. I've been such a jerk. So I'm gonna cast a dream, and then do whatever he wants.
Do it. All right.
It gets even darker.
Secretly, the rabbit's the one that trapped the caterpillar, isn't he?
No.
I mean, that's it. The rabbit and the caterpillar, they're natural enemies.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a field of carrots and cabbages and,
Feed his addiction.
Yeah, and so, the rabbit, he's kind of walking down the path, and suddenly, when you cast, he kind of stops. And you can kind of see him. Of course, he's facing behind you guys, so you can't really see his face. But he kind of stops real quick, and he kind of, even though nothing has changed for you guys, to him, it just looks much better for him. Things are brighter, like I said. He sees his fields of carrots. He sees the sun shining through the trees. Think of the god rays that are coming down through the trees in Skyrim. That kind of thing. And he kind of turns around, and then he turns back and.
I hope his little cotton ball tail is like wiggling behind him or something because he's so happy.
Yep, it is. He's going.
We're gonna turn and look at Taylor. You did a really nice thing for that rabbit.
You're a nice person.
Sad his friend had to die.
Don't say that out loud. He might still hear you. Just wait till he gets a couple feet away.
You guys are jerks. And so anyway, so you guys. Are you guys going to go down the other path?
I'm up for that.
All right.
I leave that to the party. Last time I led us somewhere, well, we all saw what happened.
All right. So you guys continue on down. You guys start singing, go on down the road.
Are we? Does there happen to be a yellow brick road here?
Mm-hmm. Sir, on the road again.
Go wandering along mountain track, and as I go, I love to sing my knapsack on my back. Agree. Come on, you.
Can I just imagine us singing our own road song?
All right.
This is probably my favorite moment. I don't want to ruin it.
All right, and so you guys, after walking a ways for maybe half an hour, you guys finally see that ultimate light past the trees. And as you guys step out of the clearing, you hear the babbling of water from somewhere. Miss CA, I do believe it is your turn.
Yes, the time has come.
She said that way too satisfyingly. Yes.
Just speak
up. You happy about that?
All right, so I am still the kitty.
Oh, Dak. I wanted Dak to be the kitty.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We got some plans for me. It's gonna be fun.
So as you come out of the ruins, you notice that there is a very large bridge, but it's quite suspicious. There's a gigantic red tent that drapes over it. Probably about 12 feet tall. It's pretty massive.
But it's not that time of the month.
Oh.
In front of the tent, which would be your entrance to the bridge, you see a bunch of tables with candy sitting on top of it.
Candy?
There's candy canes and cotton candy, jelly beans, everything you can imagine sitting on these tables in front of the tent.
It's Halloween all over.
The cat says to you, you must eat something before you enter the tent. Yum, yum.
Why?
I've got purify thingamybobs.
Yeah.
I have a spell for that. Purify food and drink. Well, let me cast that in case this stuff is poisonous and or magicified.
I'm gonna look at the guy. I'm trying to watch my figure.
Nobody else is going to, darling.
So I go up to the table and I cast Purify Food and Drink. And
I'm not sure when tea
magical food and drink within a 5-foot radius is purified and rendered free from poison and disease.
The candy is now free
of any
poison and disease now.
So,
well done.
Just because it's so close to Halloween, I gotta ask for some of these chocolates. I'm gonna bite into it and find like a razor blade or something.
That would be an apple. Stay away from the apple. It's the apple.
You might want to stay away from the licorice. They might have those needles in it.
So you're gonna eat a piece of chocolate?
Yeah,
I am. It's my turn to do something stupid.
You're gonna eat the dots.
There's gumdrops. Yep.
So is everybody going to eat the candy?
I'm gonna eat some cotton candy. We're like, ooh, looks like magic.
Oh, please. Let everyone else go first. I'm very polite.
All right. So everybody
I've picked up an exquisite, highly expensive looking white chocolate, which is all sort of feathered and fluffy and so on. And it goes with my
flakes on it.
The most expensive for truffles.
That's the one. That's the thing I'm eating.
Truffles, yes. Yeah.
I want to roll perception to see if I could see anything out of the ordinary about this tent or around us.
Okay.
Like, maybe there's a trap door before the bridge.
Smart.
We can only hope, darling.
16.
So the tent appears to not be moving with the wind, which is very odd. It's super thick, so it's probably something's keeping it down, holding it down, preventing it from moving.
I cast Dispel Magic on the tent just to make sure that there's no magic on the tent itself.
In my head, what happens is you're successful. The tent flies away and just rips the bridge. I'm like, well,
well, that solves that problem.
Good game, guys. Good game.
So you cast Dispel Magic?
Yes.
Okay. And everybody ate candy?
I ate candy.
I also ate candy while dispelling the magic.
So the front of the tent swings open, and you can go inside now.
Dun, dun, dun.
When you look inside, you see that the floor of the bridge looks as though you're at a picnic. So it's got it's pink and white checkered, but it's not made out of carpeting or anything like that. It's just solid ceramic. Oh my goodness, ceramic. Ceramic.
Ceramic.
I remember
it's a very special material used for making bridges. All best bridges are made of
D&D
it.
material. There's a long table that goes about 60 feet, and this bridge is about 120 feet long, so it's very massive. There's a bunch of chairs that are sitting there, and what's even weirder is that you didn't think this could all fit inside of this tent, but there are gigantic teacups sitting there, and there's a gigantic teapot that's in there. And above, which is very weird, hanging from the tent, it appears that there's a woman hanging from strings wearing a blue dress and a white apron. Her face is very deteriorated. You can barely tell the features on this person. And at the very far end of the table, there seems to be a very tall and weird looking elf.
Is the elf wearing a hat with price 3 shillings and sixpence on it?
Yes. They are.
That's just awesome.
That's my hat.
I'm gonna turn, look at the party, and be like, okay, I think we should be very cautious going in here.
Now you're being cautious, Smitty.
Yes. So, Paladin friend Dragonborn, perhaps you two should go first. I'll bring up the middle in case they attack you guys. I can jump over you.
Well, you know what they say about rogues? They do it better from behind.
Children, for the children.
Sneak attack. All I'm gonna say, sneak attack. If I'm behind you guys, I can use your shadows as stealth.
My first instinct seeing this character is wanting to cast friends on it. Because I know something shady is up. I know
they're quite a bit of distance from you. They're about 60 feet away. I don't know if I can wear this hat like this.
I'm gonna sneak behind the paladin, just kind of crouch behind him.
So the Goliath steps in. Greetings.
So as you step in, you begin to feel like you're moving in slow motion, Kraken. It feels very weird.
So
Perfect.
I'm going to roll a perception to see if I can see anything about what's going on.
He does not respond to you. He's quite a bit away. He cannot hear you.
20.
Meanwhile, your friends are wondering why you're talking so slow.
That stuff that we got from the caterpillar?
Fine.
Anybody else walking in the tent?
I'm walking right behind. So I guess I would be slowed down as well, because I was like, are we just going to sneak behind you to try and make in case the guy tried something shady, I was just going to sneak attack him with my crossbow.
We're all so suspicious.
TK's character feels like they're constantly falling. Almost like they're losing balance.
Okay, this is not a fun joke.
Oh, no.
I have rope. I'm not afraid to use it. And I'm just gonna turn to the others. Turn back. This floor is covered with butter of some sort.
Dak, are you going inside the tent?
Hey, who am I playing?
You can be. Oh, that's right. You're not. Oh, that's
He's
right.
not there.
You're not there yet. Oh.
I'm not there.
Tiny, are you going in the tent?
I will go in the tent, yes.
Hmm.
We'll go in.
Tiny, you can't stop eating inanimate objects.
Stay away from
That chair looks delicious.
I'm just having flashbacks to betrayal. And that is not candy. That's a person.
At this point, CA, can I point out that I didn't eat anything?
Yes, you can point that out.
So I'm going to peer into the tent to see what I can see, having not eaten anything.
Well, you see your friends acting very strangely. You hear a faint laughter far, far away. Most likely the person before you that you see.
Ooh. Got to roll a perception and see what I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Come on, Chris, you were the first nat 20 of the night.
And he's the
Our
first
first nat one of the night.
Woo!
I'm an entertainer. It's one night only, darling.
Yeah, you're either gonna perform really well or really bad. Either way, both are equally great.
So everything seems normal. It just seems like a gigantic table. There's a person far away. You can't really make out what they're doing or saying, but your friends are still acting pretty weird.
What am I eating? Can he tell me what I'm eating?
So you can choose. There are a few chairs. We got a massive teacup in there. There's some food on the table as well. There's some forks.
It's a buffet.
There's some plates.
I'm going to go with
That's
eating the
delicious.
food compulsively.
Penny, I didn't forget about you. Everything seems really, really bright. All the colors are just super bright and fascinating.
Blinded by
So we're just on every kind of bad thing possible right now.
Basically.
I'm censoring myself because I wanted to say what they really were.
You know, I just really, really want to cast Finger of Death.
Oh my goodness.
Humanoid figure that is 60 feet away.
Okay.
I send negative energy coursing through it, causing it searing pain. It must make a Constitution saving throw.
Perfect. So it is only a 9.
How do I work out what that's against? Sorry, I'm not.
No,
I'm
you're
new to
good.
spells.
What is your DC? Your what is your wisdom?
Wasn't it like
Wisdom
13 or
saving throw, I
14?
think, right? Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it should be
Wisdom?
like 14 or 15.
Oh, well, yeah, my wisdom's 16. So, okay, you are going to take 7d8 plus 30 necrotic damage. Okay.
That is really nice.
Yes.
3,
So you hear screaming,
13.
but you also hear laughter in between the screams of pain.
Oh! Ow!
I'm confused by your emotions.
Oops, Daisy. D8. D8. I'm casting the wrong thing. Start again.
Can't
Oh, we
can't
can
tell
inflict
if
pain
it's
again.
the falling that's causing me to hear this, or if something is actually going on. But that guy does not sound like he's having a good time.
Depends what he's into.
With a mouthful of food, I'm going to be like, maybe he needs some of this candy. I'm just piling more into my mouth.
I'm going to edge into the tent. Who's at the back of our team at the moment in the tent?
I think you.
59. Okay, he's going to take 59 points of damage. Woohoo!
Ooh, 59
Get it.
points of damage.
Is he?
Ooh, and you can't even see him yet. Okay.
Well, that's a nice hello.
Mm-hmm. It's a wake-up call.
Uh-oh.
Oops, sorry.
So you said you're walking up?
Yeah, I was going to. Whoever the others is at the back of the party, nearest to the back.
I'm quite near the back.
Right. I'm not going to backseat DM. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. As I haven't, so I'm going to walk into the tent with the aim of trying to pull my colleagues out again. Given that I didn't eat any of the food, am I still affected?
No, you're not affected by anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to edge my way forward and grab hold of Penny's character, whose name has temporarily escaped me.
Coriander.
And try and gently encourage her out of the back of the tent again.
Hey.
It's no longer so intense. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
There will be no forgiveness. Okay, so do I succeed in pulling her out?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to leave her outside. I'm going to bring the next. I think it's Tiny, isn't it?
Yeah, because Tiny was behind me and David.
I'm stuck at the table, gorging myself.
I say, do you realise what you're actually eating there? I don't think it can possibly be good for you. Let me take you back out of here.
I look up, and I try and shove food into his mouth and my mouth. And we're like, no, this is wrong.
This is disgusting. My God, are you actually eating this stuff?
And then you begin hearing thumping. And you see that this tall elf is walking down the table, but super slow. So it's weird that there's pounding as he's walking, because he's just pretty graceful about it.
Maybe has very heavy feet.
Dispel magic.
Okay.
So if it's 3rd level or lower, it automatically dispels.
Okay.
If it's 4th or higher, then you have to roll I have to roll one of us.
See, so I have to roll, right?
Yeah, it's a 15.
Mm-hmm. I have a 17.
All right. So it didn't work.
Do you do anything as they are approaching you guys?
I'm guessing I'm still following. If I can get a clear sight on them, I'm going to take my my rope and see if I can throw a lasso so I can stop falling.
And I'm moving slow. I just still try to talk to them. What is this? What's going on?
Hello. Welcome to my tea party.
Do you have coffee?
I'm not at all sinister.
Do you think that's funny? Swashbuckler?
No, I just I prefer coffee.
I'll have Earl Grey.
Take a seat.
There's slow motion. I take a seat.
You gotta grab the back of a chair and stand there like, I think I'm good.
Like, okay, now where do I go?
That was the most graceful sitting I've ever seen. 10.
So is Penny, are you still out of the tent?
Yes, I believe so. I believe the bard dragged me out.
Okay.
I'm sitting there looking at the tent going, it's like so red. Like if red was a colour, this would be the reddest red that ever was.
Can we hear this from inside?
Oh, dude. Whoa.
Can I shout from inside the tent? Be like, yeah, it's really red in here. You should come inside.
You can, yeah.
There's all this candy. You need to come in.
There's all this candy.
I can see my own hand from here.
Have you ever, like, really looked?
I'm just gonna. I mean, can we hear her from like where we are at the table?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, I think you should drink some water. I've experienced that once. What you're going through. Made a bad
You
deal.
have a horse that could take care of this for you.
Or perhaps some tea.
I'm going to take out my rapier.
Like if
No, not like that.
I'm just
One hell of a tea party.
I'm gonna think you're gonna start cutting the tent. Just go Peter Pan it. I'm gonna look at the guy.
I'm just going to take out the rapier as I'm the only one that isn't high at the moment. Sort of point it in the direction of the elf and say, "What the hell is going on here?"
As I stumble around the chair, like, maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't draw on the guy who keeps moving. Where am I moving?
I think you should stay out of this at this point. You've caused enough trouble and you're high.
We're all technically moving.
After all,
Just
we're all.
gonna just
That's
take
like
a
some
seat.
man.
So who sat down in the chairs?
Goliath.
And you didn't, TK?
I'm going to eventually sit.
He's going to try and sit and he's just going to miss. And
Yep.
fall.
Once I fall out of the chair like 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to stand there holding the back of the chair like this. Like, nope. Chair doesn't move, I don't move.
And what are you doing, Tiny? You're still eating or are you sitting down?
So at this point, I feel like I cleared like a nice section of the table from eating all the food on top of it. So there's like just a circle in front of me. I'm gonna shove some stuff out of the way, sit in the circle on top of the table, and then eat what is around me. So I'm gonna pop a squat on top of the table and just continue to enlarge the circle around me.
So the
Are there teeth marks
Goliath
in the
is
table
sitting.
itself?
So as-
once TK gets standing up behind it, I'm going to pick him up, grab him, and put him in the chair.
okay. So as you put him in the chair, both of you, your arms lock into the sides of the chair.
Thank you for the help, my friend. Now, what happened?
It's a trap.
If you answer this riddle, then I'll let you be free.
And I'm guessing if we answer wrong, we end up like, I'm just gonna point with one finger up, like
Tiny
Then-
dancer.
You could be then we can have tea parties forever.
Sounds oddly German.
You're German.
Oh, mama.
I will. I think we have this riddle thing down. Just kind of glancing around, like, where the hell's the rest of our party? We had people.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I hand Tiny's character a biscuit, and then I continue to tell the riddle.
Find some honey and pour honey over the biscuits.
All the letters of the English language have to go to a tea party. Which letters would come late and why?
Can those of us outside the tent hear the riddle?
Yes.
Do we all get to go?
You all get to go.
I would say that is an E because it's always at the end of the queue.
No. And just as you get it wrong, TK's seat starts to fall back. And the tiling below goes missing, and it's just black.
Ooh.
Into my pit.
Like,
Dun, 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 dun.
if you're responsible for my death, I've come back from the underworld twice. Next time, come back with my horse and that stupid fiddle.
Fiddle me this.
Fiddle of gold against your soul says I'm better than you.
You hear a tiny little fiddle at the bottom of the black hole.
Playing the saddest tune.
The saddest of all the saddest tea party tunes. Does anybody else want to take a guess at the riddle?
Is it the why? Because it's always asking why.
That
I've never
is
actually done
one
anything.
of the answers.
Ooh.
Aren't you clever?
There
He
are
says, not at all
5
bitterly.
letters that don't make it to the tea party on time.
Sorry, how many was that?
5.
5.
Hmm.
I've already had my guess.
Then you hear evil laughter back at the end of the table on top of the teapot. Mechanical laughter.
I'm gonna.
Tea.
The letter or the beverage?
The letter.
Sorry, I had to
Time.
ask David.
No, tea is always on time, dear.
Oh.
So TK falls back into this hole, and it is actually a portal. And now TK is inside of the teapot.
Huh.
Are you a dormouse?
Last I checked, I was human.
The chair sits up. The portal closes.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bow, bow, bow.
Okay, so we've had 3 guesses.
Mm.
Does TK get a guess from inside the teapot?
Yes. Would you like to guess Swashbuckler, who does not like tea?
And is now drowning in it?
R.
No. And the Goliath seat pulls back. And the portal opens beneath him.
Mm.
That would be that'd be one of those really good times to have, something like a corset of some sort, a bandolier that gives me water breathing.
Hmm.
Or maybe a stick.
Yeah, or 2.
That's another tale for another time, though, folks.
Yep.
Why does come after tea?
Up normally.
Mm-mm.
It's all gone very quiet.
I'll give you one more guess.
I put a suggestion on the group chat if anyone wants to read it and disagree with my logic.
Well, I'm currently
Ooh.
drowning in tea, so.
You can still vote. Here, I'll
I think
even write
Penny's
that
right.
Oh.
That sounds like.
Okay, does somebody want to have a guess? Who isn't? Because let me see. 4 of us have guessed.
Granted, I can't guess
So only
because
needs one person.
I'm currently not there.
And you
Not
should already
bad.
know the answer, surely.
There you go. I posted it in the
Yes.
chat for you guys.
The suspense is killing me.
So who is it? TK who is the last to guess?
No, it's
No, anybody can guess.
Dave.
Mhm.
David, I think, haven't.
No, David had a guess.
All right, so it's Tiny
David
that hasn't had a
guessed.
guess then.
Tea.
Is it Tiny? Yeah, David guessed tea.
Mm.
Tiny, have you had a guess? Have you gone on mute?
Very silent. You're on mute, me dear. You're talking, we can't hear you.
Me?
No, your volume's just real low.
Oh, me?
Tiny.
Oh, tiny.
Hard to hear.
No, I can hear you, but barely. Like you.
Yeah, I can't hear it all. Yeah.
Mm.
Technology, kids.
Fabulous stuff. Let's all put our hands over our ears and show Tiny we can't hear her.
Sign us what letter?
5 letters, though. Yeah, there's actually 6.
Tiny has suggested a letter. Shall I say it?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay, she's gone for Z.
For
or
what?
possibly Z. If you.
That is correct. It is one of the letters. Is Z.
Uh-huh. In that case.
Do it. XWV.
Yeah, V, W, and X being the other 3.
You are correct.
Woo!
The glass chair sits up, the portal disappears, but TK is still missing.
We
I'm
know
just gonna
TK's
start doing a. I'm just gonna start doing a backstroke in the teapot.
Well, it's nice to know that the day has not been a complete waste.
Dak's character
Waiter,
is still
there's a
laughing
human.
in the back. There you go.
Woo!
Want to check real quick and see if I have anything that will come in handy.
Am I still slow motion?
Yes.
And still tied?
Oh, no, your arms are free now.
Okay.
And he's just standing on the table looking at you.
Best teapot in the world.
I try to make my way to the deck.
You can make it.
Can you make it? Can you make it?
If I do, I grab him, say, "What do you know? What's going on?"
Well, he's pretty high up on a teapot. He's kind
Well,
of
I've
sitting
still
on the
been-
spout above.
Okay.
I'm a little
vaguely
teapot.
threatening the eye.
Short and stout.
With it. Here's my handle.
Is my spout.
This is the creepiest teapot.
My character starts skipping around,
No.
kicking plates off the table.
No, I'm quickly grabbing the food off the plates.
I'm just gonna. Can I see the spout from where I am, or is the liquid over it?
You can. When you look up, it looks taller than it really should be. So it doesn't feel like you can climb out of it, but you can see the spout and the lid of the teapot.
I want to try an improvised thing.
I love improvised things.
I have silk rope. I have 50
I couldn't
silk
dig the
rope,
hole one.
and I have heavy bolts.
Nice.
I want to shoot straight up into the lid of the teapot.
What are you gonna do?
It sticks because the lid appears to be like a thick plastic. Kind of
I'm
like
gonna
a
start
candle.
climbing.
Oh, look at that. It's a little bug coming to see me.
The tea begins to rise as you climb.
Good. That's in my
It's
plan.
rising T levels.
I have a plan, and I'm glad.
Oh my god. Penny, we need to talk all the time.
Penny, will you be my mom? Will you adopt me?
Yes. You like cats? You must like cats.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Excuse me. Cat break.
I'm gonna as the T level rises and I get closer to the top, I just want to stop moving when it gets right almost even with the spout.
And the water, or I'm sorry, the tea stops as you stop climbing.
All right, and I'm just gonna kind of hang there and wait.
And I'm on top of the same teapot that he's trying to climb.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I hear him?
Yes, you can hear the mechanical laughter, but not so much the words he's speaking.
Okay, that gives me another idea for a plan.
I kind of look over. Oh, what are you doing?
I would remind everyone I'm still vaguely waving my rapier at health.
I was hoping that
ignoring it.
Chris, my hope was that when I shot it and started climbing up, someone would have an idea of maybe try pushing the teapot over, attacking this guy.
Well, they don't know you're in the teapot.
We don't know you're in the teapot.
No, nobody knows where you are.
Just attacking him because he's standing on top of it.
So what does the Kraken do now that they've met this crazy individual?
Crazy.
Crazy for you.
Yes, Crown of Madness.
Oh my dear, we're all mad here.
That's a good point. Do we have any sanity spells?
Dak, you hear from under you. I'm not mad, I'm angry. We've been through this.
When I start to try,
Do anything.
I'm gonna try to start. I'm gonna kind of reach down to the bolt to start just pulling it out as I'm laughing. Oh, things are about to become unscrewed now. As I'm pulling on the thing.
What do you do?
I'm just going to wave my. I'm going to point my rapier at the elf and say, "Where's?" Oh, sorry, wrong voice.
It's like Maya, things have changed.
Where is our? I was going to say friend, colleague. What happened
So
to
we
him?
don't refer to him as a friend.
Your colleague. How very quaint. And starts waving a spoon in front of you.
Aha!
If there's pudding on the spoon, I take the spoon.
Oh, you spoony board.
If you could stop taking my silverware, dear, I'd appreciate it. I pick up another spoon without pudding.
Damn it. I still have this
Wave
spoon.
it back.
So do we get
Release
to
us,
duel
or
with
I will break the
rapier
teapot.
versus spoon.
Ooh.
Sorry, David.
Kraken speaking to you, Deck.
Oh, okay. What'd you say? You kind of got
Release
over.
us, or I will destroy the teapot.
Oh, dear friend.
Destroy the teapot, you will.
Oh, you go ahead and you try.
Hmm.
Come on. I invite you all to do something.
So I pull out my maul.
I do a mean tap routine. Would that help?
Do a little dance. Dance.
In my head, David, all I'm just saying is just pick up there's a normal maul, then you just pick up a great maul.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks tiny compared to you. It's just like a little toy hammer.
And when you swing it, what do you get?
You're muted, CA.
I am? For real?
Oh,
You were
No,
for a
you're
second.
now.
Shut up.
There you are.
Oh, God. Okay. So when you swing it, what did you get?
A 25 to hit.
Ooh, it hits.
Dang.
And 6, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
So you see this gigantic crack form within the teapot, and then tea starts pouring out, but it doesn't look like it's ending.
Can I see the crack from the inside?
You can see a small crack, but not as large as the one they have on the other side.
The British part of me is now going, never-ending tea, I say. Lilo's come down to me now.
Yeah, she didn't. That was enough.
Oh, dear, you're breaking the pottery. Oh, how rude. You get invited to our party, and you break our things. How rude.
Not very tea party of you.
No, it is not. What shall we do,
We're
Tim?
socialists.
I say we roll for initiative.
Dun, 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 dun.
I say we roll for biscuits.
12.
24.
14.
Hang on, I just put my D20 in the pot that had maple syrup instead of in
17.
the shaker. 14. And a little bit of maple syrup.
Tiny, what did you get?
14 and no maple syrup, unfortunately.
And Dad.
You see, mine beats yours.
14.
14. And you got to roll for the other one.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The other one.
The other one.
Yes, my fine friend. Okay.
My pet.
17. That'd be 17 for the other one.
The other one.
The other one.
So, Chris, you go first.
Okay, so I am going to make a melee attack. How do you pronounce that?
Melee.
Thank you, Miss Sweet. Attack against the elf on the table with my thing.
I whip my thing onto the table.
Yeah. And I spoon it.
That's not.
PG, guys, come on, PG.
That is not the sausage I was looking for.
I heard
with my
nutmeg there. Because your brain took it there. That's on you, buddy.
Yeah. With my luck-laid rapier.
I'm supposed to do the laughing here.
You need to do more laughing.
That was 11.
11.
Including my bonus.
So as you
but
start...
I do get to attack, so...
so the first one misses. He jumps up over it as you swing it around.
And that time was a 26.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. 1d8 plus 3 piercing. 4 points of damage.
That really hurt.
I could do without the sarcasm, madam.
I can't.
Actually, do you know what the gender of the elf is?
Male.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Sir, instead of madam then. Right, okay.
Oh, number 2 is Empire. Good cracking.
Oh.
Come on, guy, get cracking.
All right, bonus action, staggering smite.
Okay.
So 20 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
3, 4.
What's up, Bills?
So 4 regular damage.
Okay.
And 4d6 psychic damage.
Oh, I get psychic, necrotic. My goodness.
All the damage.
All the damage.
12 psychic damage.
Okay.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so only a 9.
All right,
So
so
it
you
can't
fail
do
on
reactions.
that.
Yep,
You get disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
you got it. Just for one turn?
Until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Dak is the one that hasn't been introduced yet.
All right. Well, I will then take a joke of our friend real quick. As the nameless individual on the teapot, he'll stand up and he kind of points over to the was it that fake looking individual laying
The puppet.
Yeah, the puppets.
Hello, puppet.
And he says, "Come here, my dear, and do some horrible things to these people." and so the girl who you can tell is a girl now because of the blue dress, obviously, kind of gets up, kind of looks, is all dangly because it looks like a puppet, obviously, and it's gonna look around at everyone, and then who do you think is the closest person?
I'm going to say Chris is the closest person.
All right, so it's going to.
Well,
Chris.
I'm not a person exactly.
So
He's a bard. It's
What?
different.
It kind of looks at you, and then lunges right at you, and tries to wrap its arms around you, and is going to try to grapple you.
Need to cuddle right now.
That's right, bud. Yeah, you squeeze him.
Everyone can use a little cuddle.
Let's see. So I think from there we need to do strength checks, strength competition to see if she actually manages to do it.
Manages to cuddle.
Roll for cuddling.
Roll.
Yeah. So yeah.
I tell you now, if it comes to Penny, she always has advantage in cuddling.
Yeah. Now I rolled. They're both strength checks, and I got a 19 for strength.
14.
All right. You are successfully grappled.
Ooh.
Like,
That's right, my dear Alice. You hold on to him real tight. You give her the best loves you can.
Everyone's mad here. So
And then that's the end of the puppet's turn.
Not mad, just angry.
Next is Tiny.
Far away am I at this point?
So you last were eating biscuits on the table.
Still eating biscuits on the table.
So you are probably next to Chris in the middle of the table there.
Okay, so about halfway.
Yeah, you're closest to the hatter that's on the table,
Okay.
waving a spoon.
Pudding?
Waving a spoon.
So I want to cast Witch Bolt,
Okay.
which is in the targeted range of 30 feet. So a beam of crackling blue energy lances out to the creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between me and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, target takes 1d12 lightning damage. So let's see if I hit.
Who is the target?
I am the target.
Yes.
excuse me.
Ooh, that is a 25.
Yes, that is a hit.
Ooh. And for
Very
damage
possible hit.
is 6 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ouch. Boo boo. That's what you get for pointing a spoon at me that does not contain pudding.
I feel enlightened. You see what I did there? I made a joke.
You guys just kind of hear from underneath the teapot. I really miss that cat right now.
Oh yes, the cat that got us into all this trouble.
Next is Dak.
All right. So I kind of stand up on the teapot. Okay, let's play. And since TK is right there, I'm going to kind of lean over and says, I think you've got something in your eye. As he kind of reaches into his pocket, and he's going to throw sand right in your face.
In the teapot?
No, right in his. Yeah, am I able to do that? Right.
Well, he's in the teapot, and there's a lid over him.
Oh.
Are you throwing it down the spout?
Sure. Yeah.
TK, are you looking in the spout?
No, I was trying to get the tea to get level with the spout to keep stuff from doing just that.
No, but the Kraken is right in front of you. And you're still sitting on the spout, so you could throw it down at the Kraken.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? I may need to change that particular plan of attack because I thought he was still
that's
on the side.
Sure.
Let's see. So actually, I think I'll retroactively turn towards. Let's see. Let me. Chris, your character's name was what again?
Taeyeon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go towards you since my dearie has you grappled, and I'm going to try attacking you. Oh, let's see.
You have advantage as I'm grappled. Is that right?
Correct.
Let's see.
Over here, Craig.
By a cat.
All right.
Attention. Hello. Yes.
Okay.
Very cute.
All right. That would be a 15 to hit.
Nope.
It's like darn it! I missed out on purpose.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
All right. Yeah, and I think you know what? Oh, actually, what I can do is because that pocket sand idea was actually a bonus action, I actually will try to reach into my pocket and throw sand right in his face.
Oh.
So.
You're so sneaky.
Whose face? Mine or TK's?
Yours.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so yeah, let's see. Let's see. So you need to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
And then on a failure, you will become blinded at the beginning of your next turn.
18.
18. Let's see. Now, if I only knew what my saving throw actually was. Let's see. That'd be. Actually, what would my saving throw be? I actually don't know what that is. I'm looking at my thing right now. And I don't know what it is.
For which thing?
On whether or not he fails or succeeds on that dexterity save.
So you're asking what your save is for dex?
Yes.
It's 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you roll?
18.
Okay.
Ooh.
Then I guess you succeed.
Yep.
Let's see.
Roll wins.
And if you succeed on your save, you would get a free attack against me, which does not use your reaction.
Okay.
But in this case, you are grappled.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I would assume I couldn't.
Okay, so
Would it be or could I, and it would be at disadvantage?
It'd be a disadvantage. Mm-hmm.
It'd be disadvantage. Okay, I will take an attack. Where's my other d20? I had it a minute ago. Oh well. I have to roll this one twice instead. Oh no, there it is. It's right in front of me. So 10 plus my attack bonus. That 18.
Oh, just almost, but no dice. No pun intended.
So close.
You were
So close yet so far.
I know. So close. Okay.
Aren't
That
we
is
having
my turn.
fun?
I drink coffee at you.
Oh dear. You have a coffee at a tea party?
So TK, it
What
is
can
your
I say? I'm a
turn,
rebel.
I'm
and
going to
you see the cat swimming below you.
I'm gonna look down. Hey, I was just talking about you. I'm going to lower myself so I have some leverage, swing back, forward, just kind of gain momentum, and throw my entire body weight into one side near the spout, just above the spout to make this thing tip over.
The kitty cat grabs your leg and laughs underwater. Bloop, 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 bloop. But you can still try. Just being funny. Go ahead.
I'm just going to look at the cat. You want to come too? This is going to hurt a lot. What kind of check would that be? Dex save, survival?
I think
Acrobatics?
yeah, you could use acrobatics or strength check.
Okay.
Stitch, I want to introduce you to people.
I'll go with acrobatics.
I love the laugh.
Nat 20 plus 7.
Woo! You're gonna just slam against this teapot with all your might.
Yep, just gonna start swinging back and forth, and just slam my body into the side of it, like just body check it.
So you slam your body into this teapot, and your shoulder pops through. You could probably get your arm through now, and you do get wounded, so -2. Not bad at all.
There's not room to swing a cat in here.
Meanwhile, everybody else is outside, just sees this arm come through the teapot.
Is it a full-sized arm or is it a miniaturized arm?
It's a human arm.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out whether you're shrunk in the teapot or whether you're still normal size in the teapot. DMs. Cripes, DM.
You are a normal size human. Coming through a teapot. So now my character begins to laugh.
Stop that.
Oh, and as I laugh, everyone needs to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
7.
12. I don't know if that was good or not.
19.
Woo.
That's a good roll.
15 plus whatever. Where do I find out what it is?
15, whatever. That's
Brett says
fantastic.
saving throws up near the top left of your character sheet.
Yeah, on your main page.
First page of your character sheet.
Right, 24.
So the Kraken and Penny are
Oh,
fine.
25.
Oh, still going.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No worries at all.
Yep.
So Penny and the Kraken are fine. TK's fine because they're inside the teapot still. However, Chris and Tiny, you are now frightened of me for an entire minute.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
So I'm grappled and frightened.
Smacked in the face with sand.
There's sand in my pudding.
Next is you, Chris.
There's sand in my pudding.
I'm also frightened and now sad.
Sorry, next is.
Chris is next.
Hang on. I
gosh,
haven't
that
had
went
a
quite
turn yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Can I have a turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I'm
No.
sorry. You're at the end with me.
I was at the end. Yeah. Okay. So from the doorway of the tent, I am going to cast Banishment on the Mad Hatter.
Ooh.
And you need a Charisma, and I'm casting it at 5th level.
Okay.
So I can do 2 creatures. Hurrah! So it will be both I will do the Mad Hatter and whatever the thing dangling on the spout is that is not the puppet. I'm not sure I've quite worked out what you are.
You got it.
Yeah, so Charisma saving throw.
Okay, good. So real quick, let me look at something.
Do I have to roll now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm just checking the bit on my thing that says, right, it's that plus that.
So it looks like it's a 21.
Oh, I got a 10.
Oh no.
Okay, those both fail. So I am sending you to another plane of existence. Are you native to this plane of existence?
So you're sending me where?
Well, are you? If you are native to this current plane of existence, you will be banished to a harmless demi-plane.
Okay.
However, if you're native to a different plane of existence, then you're going to go back to your home plane.
Can't we send her to a harmless, a harmful demi-plane, not a harmless demi-plane? Can we send her
I haven't.
Gonna be
I'm
bad.
afraid I haven't got that.
Oh,
We don't make the rules.
You don't have that rule.
So we both lost?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we
Yeah,
both lost.
you both lost, and
Okay.
yes. So, what
So
were you
we are-
native to this plane of
We
existence?
are both native, yes.
Okay, so you get banished to a harmless demi-plane. You are incapacitated, and you will remain there until the spell ends, which is up to a minute long, at which point you will reappear in the space you left or the nearest unoccupied space if where you were is now occupied.
Perfect.
Okay. So you two have gone...
Yeah, we're kind of there. We're like...
Hot tea party, so much fun.
Oh, yes.
I do love a good tea party.
Oh, this one is
Laugh it up, Fuzzball.
I haven't had this much fun in ages.
So that leaves you, Alice.
Okay.
So the Kraken is next.
Now, that's the thing, since technically...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Chris. Chris is next, right? Because Penny went and then Chris. Chris goes first.
See,
sorry.
Now, here's a question.
Somebody like to get TK up to date on what Penny's just done.
The Mad Hatters have been banished for 1 minute. Put in a timeout.
Yeah, we put in a timeout.
Think about how we felt about what we did.
Who put you in a timeout? And think of what you did.
Now, here's a question, though. Here's a question, though. If I was the one technically controlling the puppet and I'm not there anymore, am I still able to control the puppet?
I don't
think
anything changes with the spell according to the description.
Well, I don't think you are because you're not on that. You're incapacitated. So if you were doing a spell that required concentration or anything.
So I guess then if I'm incapacitated in this other plane, then I wouldn't
Alice
have
would
any
let
kind
go
of...
and
then Alice would just say, she has you like this, and then all of a sudden... And then she just tumbles to the floor like a rag doll.
Perfect.
Excellent. So I'm free. I'm still confused.
My arm is just out there waving like, hey.
It's just waving out of the thing.
Am I still frightened? Or was I specifically frightened of you?
And that would be
just of
concentration
me,
as
so
well,
you would
right?
be fine. Yeah, you would be okay.
Yeah, okay.
And even if concentration wasn't an issue, he would be gone. So there's nothing to be frightened of anyway. So you're probably good, I'm assuming.
And then I celebrate one more pudding.
So I will grab TK's arm and use a strength check and rip him out.
That sounds painful.
I thought you were going to say strength check to rip his arm off. I was
well, if you nat 20, I'd be
so.
very careful. So go ahead, roll a strength check.
Nat 20, my arm flies off. Not the arm, just the skin is
the armless swashbuckler.
Ow.
I'll just take a page from my other, classic characters book and get a magical amulet that gives me an arm, just like Tier 2-handed has 2 hands.
But then you're implanted with the wrong arm. It's suddenly now you have two left arms.
So what'd you get?
15.
15. All right. So it's not like a 20 where you would have ripped his arm off. So that's good. That could have been terrible. So you managed to pull and you keep pulling on it and the crack opens up and then more tea keeps falling out. But you do manage to get TK out of the teapot.
And I scream, Kraken crack.
As I fall down, I'm like, thank you, my good sir. There seems to be a cat on my leg.
A soggy, wet, stinky cat.
With all the fluff. Imagine how horrible that would be. Horrible cat stink.
My nail's still dug into his leg.
I think you may need a shot when you get home.
No, I was a sailor. I've had those.
Oh, okay.
So you see the other side open up, the tent open up, and you can leave the tent now.
Right, let's make our escape before they come back from it.
As I'm going to let everybody else go ahead of me to exit. As we get to.
Because you're going to look around for treasure, aren't you?
Oh, no. The thing you should know about Swashbuckling TK, he's a vindictive little bugger. As I said, I have oil, and I have a flint. I have a firebox. Just going to make a line of oil as I'm walking. Get outside, take the tinder box, and light it.
And then it's going to sound like a dog. Woof.
And then just
walk out, I pocket some biscuits.
Armful of food.
She warms up biscuits over the fire. It's like burning down around her.
Hey, we can make s'mores.
So the tent takes flame. So now,
bonfire.
As you leave the tent, you see this beautiful temple before you. And there seems to be these two short, weird-looking characters standing in front of the door.
Because God knows we've had no weird-looking characters so soon.
Are they a frog footman and a fish footman by any chance?
You have to do a perception check.
Okay. 25.
Ooh, they're not frog folk. They appear to be dwarves.
Oh, somebody said something about dwarfs earlier.
We weren't in the room, though.
Hey,
that's
Oh no, the tent is very much on fire.
just walking away from the tent just like nothing happened.
Yeah. It's burning behind you. You're walking away from it in slow motion. Well, David is at least.
Yes, I can imagine a flashback now back to the caterpillar. I hate dwarves.
And once you leave
that's actually what went through my head.
Once you leave the tent also, you no longer are moving slow. You don't feel anything weird or see anything odd. It was only in the tent. So you're back to normal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk up to them. Greetings. We are in search of whatever this one shot wants us to do. I forget.
We're looking for the Temple of MacGuffin.
Yes.
Trying to lay that guy down to rest.
What does that mean?
One of us has a body we need to put to rest.
Yes.
We don't have it with us.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, technically, he was technically with you the whole time.
Yeah.
So is he? Do we have to kill him to put him to rest? Is that how it's going to happen, or is he just going to die on his own peacefully?
We're just supposed to be clearing the road for him to make it back to his temple.
Why are you here?
Oh, philosophy again.
Swashbuckler.
Things.
Yes, Swashbuckler. Why are you here?
Why are we here?
Why are you here?
We have this gentleman with us. Who, for some reason, has been following me this whole time and has not said a single word. It's kind of creepy. You should learn to talk. We have to take him inside so we can find his final resting place. And if it's not inside, then I have 2 daggers that say it is.
Well,
whoa, straight to business.
And then the other dwarf, he steps up. He goes, "Whoa, is that a threat?"
Not
No.
towards you, towards him.
I
No,
mean,
it is not.
We could kill him for you. It is his final resting spot.
But
No.
I'm sorry,
We got
but point
killing
of order here. I didn't realise that he was actually with us.
we were escorting him the whole time. That's how that began.
I thought we were supposed to be clearing the way for him to come along later.
It was kind of a little bit of
still
both.
here.
Yeah, he's still there, but he's so
Very
enough to-
old, moving very
Yes.
slow.
He's just
Cotton
we get
candy.
rid of all the danger. He eats the cotton candy, just walks through the
While
fire.
you were fighting, he walked out the other tent.
Well, I mean,
you know.
quick, he's a Warforged. He's sitting there walking. Yeah, you see him kind of.
He's the treant from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He's Treebeard.
Yeah, and he kind of looks down at the bridge, like, "Oh, it's a biscuit."
No.
What did we say about
when there
biscuits?
was only one set of
We don't have time for your
footprints,
biscuits.
that was when
My
you
biscuits.
carried us.
Leave the man here, and we shall dispose of him.
By the way, quick question. Do you know about a caterpillar?
I smoked one once.
Well,
A caterpillar.
Most one have smoked with one. I feel there's an important distinction there.
Yeah, I mean, I did recently run into a smoked caterpillar.
Well, you know, and
Smoked him
I kind of turn towards the other dwarf, like, I do. We've been so busy. I do kind of remember something about a caterpillar. We did something in a mirror.
Why do you always talk over me? I'm having a conversation with the swashbuckler. Leave the man here, and I shall dispose of them.
So when you say that, I'm going to turn to the old man and say, Do you want to be left here, or do we need to take you further?
I take out like an axe and start sharpening it.
I would like to die inside the temple, if you will.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make a persuasion roll to try and persuade these guys that
we need to enter.
We need to enter.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Ooh.
44? Whoa.
For which one?
24.
For both of them?
Oh, sorry, I need to do one. So 24 for one, 19 for the other.
24 for me or for Dak?
Does it matter?
Well,
decide that between you.
If that doesn't work, then I'm just going to intimidate them. Because I have a plus 11 on intimidation.
There's a difference between intimidation and irritation, just to know.
Well, unfortunately, I rolled a nat 3, so
I was not persuaded.
Dak believes whatever the hell you say right now, I'm guessing.
But listen, your colleague here is so to the person that didn't manage to. Yeah, well, your colleague here was happy for us to go through. I'm sure you could see your way to just let us take our leader to his rest.
My colleague is an idiot. You want to dispose of this body? I could kill him.
Well, it's not dispose. We have to take him to his final resting place. There's this whole thing, contract I signed. Anyway, we have to get him inside, and I'm willing to pay you if you would just step aside and let us
No.
So
we
don't do that.
we let him inside and then kill him?
No, you do not touch him.
No need to give any money. No need to do any killing. I want to try and cast Charm Person on this character because obviously they're not.
Do it.
They're not even working with us. The Charm Person. Charm this creepy short little person.
I'm so glad I left that out of. I did not bring that part of his backstory up. Which I think,
God, there's more.
Truth and we played a text, like a Discord adventure, CA, Truth and I, and at one point he mentioned that Swashbuckler TK cannot stand dwarves.
Oh.
Nothing against dwarves themselves. He just doesn't like them because he feels they're ripping people off.
Wow.
That's racist.
Yeah, you're probably using the weapon that's forged by dwarves.
Elves, actually.
So you rolled for charisma. What was it? Tiny?
Charm Person, wasn't it?
Charm. Oh, I can't hear her anymore. Oh, poor Tiny.
You have to roll a wisdom saving throw. Is that right?
Is it just her?
Yeah.
It is a nat 20 plus 4.
You are so not charmed at this point.
No, she's not charmed.
So what is it you say to me exactly to charm me?
Hey, baby.
What are you doing tonight when you come off?
Hey there, Shirt Stuff. How are you?
I just come right up to you, put my hand in my pocket, take it out, and say, "Biscuit."
I'll take the biscuit.
Does anyone else have anything else they want to try?
I can try
with
persuasion.
biscuits. That's all I can do.
So
I'm going to try persuasion.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and pull out 3 fuzzy balls. And I'm going to toss them.
Are you juggling dwarf?
So I've got a, what is it? I've got a 14 on no, is that a 14? I can't count. No, a 16 on persuasion. Does a 16 persuade you to let us pass? This is not the old man you were looking for.
I'm not looking for an old man. You said you would dispose of him to lay him down to rest. I can provide that to you.
But you're not doing it the correct way.
So now the fuzzy balls are starting to grow, like almost like gremlins.
Are they going to turn into a cat?
Oh no, we need more cats.
I'm going to try to intimidate your dwarf CA.
Intimidate my dwarf.
and plus my intimidation. 23.
I am quite frightened.
What's a little bit of intimidation? Those little rolls still makes it nice. I'm like, okay, so as my friend said, my Goliath friend, who
is stepping on the fuzzy balls.
As you can see, it's he's a nice guy. I'm not. But if he says you're not touching the guy, you're not touching the guy. You're gonna let's go through, and I'm gonna hand you a small sack of gold and take this for your troubles in case your dwarf bosses give you any grief. You tell them they come find me.
So I take the money and I start running towards the temple doors. The fuzzy creatures keep growing even though you step on them.
And I turn around and I look, hey, get back here. We were supposed to guard out here to stop these people from coming. What are you doing?
And then roll for initiative.
13.
13.
7.
I knew I should have just shot your dwarf in the forehead. Pulled to the forehead. There, we ended the discussion.
I rolled a 9.
14.
Is that? I think. Who was the first one who got 13? It was Penny and Tiny. TK, what'd you get?
I got a 13.
13. And I thought, oh, a nat 1. Oh, whatever.
Oh, whatever.
And your back is turned, right?
All right.
But what about the dwarf that we
7.
persuaded?
10, 7, 7.
Is he?
He's
is he
standing there. He's still there.
Mm-hmm.
He's still, but surely he's all persuaded. He's not going to participate. Surely.
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 I mean,
Would you like to try? Would you like to roll
persuaded.
persuade against the DM?
But remember, Penny, he was only persuaded to let us through, not fight us.
Oh.
I
mean,
You're just looking for a fight, TK, aren't you? Really?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's pretty much what's happening.
That's pretty much his character. He's
He's a fighter, not a lover.
Oh no, he's a lover just under certain circumstances.
Not in these circumstances, apparently.
No, these are not the right circumstances for that. But if we're in a town or
this is not the circumstances you were looking.
Too much information.
So first up is Empire, aka the Kraken.
I like.
Love when you started off like that.
I want to see just David make a dwarf fly with his maul.
So I can still see the one that's running with the gold, right?
Oh yeah.
Or did you go on? Okay. So I'm going to cast Hold Person on you and the other dwarf.
Oh, both of us.
Just about seeing about everything when I see a dwarf fly.
And what kind of save do we have to do?
3rd level.
Or it just happens?
The target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Right. I rolled a 17.
Wisdom saving throw. I have a 17.
Yep, you beat it.
Duh, I'm still running. Is that like an extra action, or can you take another one, or?
No, that's my action.
Okay. So next, one of the little fluffy balls poofs and becomes a gigantic biscuit of doom.
Oh, I want a biscuit of doom.
And is going.
Are you still
to...
hungry, Tiny? Could you eat a giant?
Can you eat that, please?
Once you run at the biscuit and try and bite it.
So it's going to start running towards Tiny.
No.
No. Come here, let me eat you.
And it's going to spit yeast at you.
Yeah.
All right.
This biscuit is not cooked properly.
And it's a nat 20.
Okay.
right.
That hits.
The hit reach one. Oh, not bad. That would be an 8.
For damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And now, Tiny, it's your turn.
Can I bite the biscuit?
Like you're gonna try to grapple it and then take a chunk out of it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm
heard it called that.
Go right ahead.
So just roll to attack.
Well, you want to grapple first?
Yeah, I want to grapple it first. Or can I is there like can I jump on the biscuit?
You can. Yeah, you want to jump on it and then try to eat it?
And
You want to ride the biscuit?
like a riding bull. I'm gonna ride the biscuit and I'm gonna attempt to bite it.
Do an acrobatics check to see if you can
Hashtag
get on that
not a
biscuit.
euphemism.
Okay.
Random thing that I just thought of. What we need one of those little timers just to see how long Tiny can stay on the biscuit.
Like a rodeo.
8 seconds, 12 seconds.
One hand.
World biscuit champion.
What'd you get?
And she'll get a round of drinks for free if she stays on for more than a minute.
Yes.
We're all drinking meat on the side, watching her ride the biscuit.
It's like,
What'd you get,
how
Tiny?
you doing, Dwarf?
I got a 14.
Ooh, you are on the biscuit.
Yeah. Now, okay, so now I am changing my name. Before my name was Kiri the Pale. Now it's going to be Kiri the Biscuit Rider.
And are you still going to try to bite it?
Can I get my lute out and give us some of the accompanying music?
Yes, please. Yes, I'm going to try and bite the biscuit.
Bong, ba-da-lom, 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 bong. Bong, ba-da-lom, 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 bong.
Wait, add anything to that or what?
To bite the biscuit?
Maybe some honey.
Bite, it would be +5 to hit.
So then I got a 17.
17, perfect. So then it's 1d8 plus 3.
Okay. 9.
You take a huge chunk out of this biscuit.
9 points of biscuit damage.
Biscuit damage.
So it tries to buck you off of it.
Okay.
Is it a digestive? Sorry. You get digestive biscuits in the States? It's not going to be a hobnob.
Penny, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to I'm going to cast Chill Touch, a ghostly skeletal hand in the space next to the dwarf with the dust bunnies.
Well, that one's... Oh, so that's you, Deck.
Okay, well, yeah. So that would be me then?
Yep, that's you.
Oh, okay, you're the one with the spinning dust bunnies. Does a 16 hit?
I don't think so. No, it does not.
No, I thought not. It was a bit rubbish. Hang on. But I have the Devil's Own Luck. I can use this feature to add a D10. Oh, no. Sorry, I can't do that because it's after seeing the roll, but before the effects occur, and you told me it didn't hit. So skip that. I'll save that for later.
Okay.
I try to see if there's anything else helpful I can do, but I'm not sure that I can. Off. No. And all this talk of biscuits. Right, that's my turn, and I'm going to be right back because I'm in search of snacks.
You got it.
It's a biscuit.
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Your DM makes you hungry.
Biscuits and pudding.
You guys should never play in my weekly game. Like 80% of it is food talk.
Oh man.
I want in.
All right, so the next little fuzzy ball poofs and becomes an eclair
Oh,
of mass
It
proportion.
has pudding in the middle.
Johnny just dives into it.
This is the dream. This is the dream fight I've been waiting for.
Ride your biscuit into the eclair.
This sounds. Oh my goodness. And it's going to go after the Kraken.
That's cracking that.
And it's going to try to bite you.
It's going to try to smother you with pudding.
19?
Yes.
Oh, I did something. Okay. And that's 1d8. 2.
I have advantage against dairy.
13. Next is Dak. Your dwarf.
All right. Well, considering that I just saw someone frighten my dear sister, I'm going to pull out my battle axe. I'm going to look real mean, and I am
Slip on
going...
a banana skin.
Let's see. I'm just saying, who do I want to do this to?
Me.
All right. It looks like we have ourselves a winner. I'm going to cast Terrifying Glare on you. Let's see.
Oh, get her.
Yeah, you need to roll me a DC Wisdom saving throw.
Would you say it is fear?
Let's see. Yeah, it's a DC. Yeah, Terrifying Glare. Yeah, you need to do a DC Wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 23.
Oh, and it totally passes. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So, regardless of how scary I try to be, you are definitely not terrified by my glare. So,
oh, he's so cute. Look at that little glare. Oh.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and let someone else go.
Was that a spell?
That was just an innate ability that he had.
Okay, it's not a spell cast.
No.
All right. TK, that's you.
I've been thinking about what I want to do. This could go one of two ways, but the one way I kind of like because it means, well, it's fun for me, but bad for the dwarf that stole my money and is running. I have, as one of my legendary items that you guys were so nice to give us, I have daggers that can return to me.
Stab.
Nice.
And they can also travel up to 120 feet.
That's really cool.
So I'm going to whip a dagger at their back, and I'm going to use a sneak attack because they're not facing me.
Oh, no. All right, go for it.
And there's a ability I have, which makes this even more fun. I can use... there it is. No, I will not do that yet.
Oh, no. He's like, I don't want to kill you just yet. We'll let you live.
Nat 20.
Ooh. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
So it hits both of us?
No,
just me?
It hits you, and then after it hits you as a bonus action, it returns to me.
Oh, okay.
So that is a hit for me.
And let me get to the specs here. I'm trying to remember which dagger. Left dagger. One I threw. So the right one does something else. I like this. All right. So you are going to take... where's my D8 at?
Where's my D8 at?
Okay, so you're going to take a total of 18 damage. 8 of that is, well, actually, all of it is piercing damage.
Holy crap. All right, so it's how much altogether?
How do you guys want to do the crits? Does that mean roll it out again or just double damage?
Double
I
damage
think
is good.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so it'd be
that'll be easier.
36 damage.
Perfect.
Yeah, that will definitely be easier, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
Yes, I'm going to use my ability for. Where the hell did my character go? Where the heck did it go? I was just looking at it. It's like I don't want to do that. I think I will. I'm going to use cunning action to find the nearest cover and hide.
So there are some bushes and
between
some shrubberies
cover
and
and
trees around. You can want to dodge behind a bush.
I'm gonna just kind of sneak behind, slide into the bushes, and kind of blend.
So sneaky. You got it. All right.
And that is the end of my turn.
Perfect.
Penny is on her way back now. Her getting herself a little snack seemed to have ended up being quite elaborate.
Oh, that's all right. No worries. All right.
She is putting Midori on melon and waffles.
So the next little fuzzy ball pops, and you see the cutest, tiniest little rabid bunny you've ever seen.
Oh, a holy hand grenade!
Like Foamy the squirrel with actual foam, you know?
Foamy the squirrel's fun.
And
Yeah, we did spam a lot earlier in the year.
It's going to attack Chris.
Oh, hey! Aren't I the lucky one?
It's going to throw a carrot at you. Oh, no, it's a nat 1, so you're not.
It tries to throw a carrot, pokes an eye out.
It lands in a bush with TK.
Well, I can see TK go, ooh.
No, like, carrot?
I think I would safely say that's not going to hit.
So now it's Chris's turn.
Excellent. I've totally somewhat lost track of where everybody is in relation.
No worries. So the baby bunny is near you. TK is behind you in a bush.
He's behind you.
I told you to go before you go.
You're next to Tiny, who's riding the biscuit, trying to eat it. On the other side of Tiny is Penny, and in front of Tiny is the other dwarf. And I am currently running towards the temple at a very slow speed since I have short legs. Furthest from you.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to take a bonus action and cast Bardic Inspiration. Which I could have done earlier, but I forgot. So as a bonus action, anyone that can hear me gains an inspiration die to use as you will. It lasts for 10 minutes, so hopefully we'll be finished this. If the battle lasts more than 10 minutes, I think we're seriously screwed. And I'm going to take a rapier attack on the rabid rabbit.
So cute,
Huge
though.
rabid
Super
rabbit.
fluffy.
Oh, so cute and fluffy.
So fluffy. What did you get?
Abomination.
You do know our cats are Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, that's cute.
That is a fantastic 17.
That is a hit.
Nice.
As a hit. Okay. So that is.
You sunk my battleship.
6 points of piercing damage.
Wonderful.
Well, whoopee doo.
So you put a baby gash in this tiny
But
bunny.
I get 2 attacks.
Yay!
I get 2 attacks. I just remembered. So this time 13.
13. Perfect. Is 13 on top of the 6 or 13 total?
13 total.
Okay. 13 total.
Sorry, no, that was my second attack roll was 13.
So it's 13
There's
plus
6
6?
plus 13, yeah.
So it's 19. So this bunny is pretty wounded.
No, sorry, you still get me.
That was Tay's 2-hit roll.
That was my 2-hit roll. That was not my damage roll, 13.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Thank you, TK.
So it's 12 to hit.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Thanks, TK.
So was that a hit or not? Sorry.
It was
Yeah,
a
that
12
was
to
a
hit. Yep. mhm.
Yeah. So you hit.
Yep. Okay. And that's another 8 points damage.
Ooh. Perfect. Still, the bunny is super wounded.
If this was 4th edition. Oh, no, that'd be bloodied, wouldn't it? Yeah, sorry.
Yep. So now the dwarf that is running away has now pulled out a bunch of, looks like matches, and heading to the door and putting on fuel over the door. That's all they do for their turn.
Let me have any items that make them fireproof.
The Kraken, it's your turn.
Hold person again. So I do it for both again. You have to pass a wisdom saving throw. That's a 15.
17.
Damn you!
But Dak has to as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I?
Dak
Okay.
has you.
For wisdom, you said?
Mhm.
Right. A 9 plus something.
9.
That'd be 15 total.
That's a hit with your power.
On it. So there's a match.
You got it.
Yep.
Successful. Mhm.
Yeah, it worked. So was that to frighten me?
No, you're paralyzed.
Ooh.
Paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, you can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
To end the target. To end the.
At the end of the character's turn, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I get 2 attacks. So does a spell, and then I can attack again, right?
If you do a spell, I think that is your action.
Okay.
So, let's see. What class were you? You were a paladin. The only time you would get your second attack is if you actually attacked the first time.
With a melee.
Yeah, melee attack.
Yes, as a bard, it turns out that I can have a melee attack as a bonus action after a spell cast, which might be useful at some point, I suppose.
Right.
I'm glad I have spell cards. It makes it so much easier to keep track.
Right.
Is that for the Kraken?
What?
Is that it for the Kraken?
Yes.
I wasn't sure. Okay. Now it's the Biscuit's turn.
That's not something you hear very often.
Attack me, little biscuit.
Really, I think I got this biscuit under control. This biscuit is my buddy.
It's going to
Is my.
it's going to try to buck you off.
Yep.
So you can roll for strength to hold on to it.
Okay. That is a 19.
Yes, you stay on the biscuit.
Biscuit rider.
Yeehaw!
So it
Well,
starts to take off towards Penny.
I do believe that would actually be 12 seconds.
It is now Tiny's turn.
Okay, so the biscuit is going towards Penny?
Yep.
Like it's gonna attack her?
No, more like it's trying to get you off of it, so it's just running in a general direction. Happens to be towards Penny.
Is it the opposite direction of where you are?
It's going towards me.
Okay. Can I cast a spell from on top of the biscuit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I want to straddle the biscuit as if I'm riding it. No, I'm not trying to eat it now.
Okay.
I want it to be like I'm riding the biscuit horse. And I want to cast. I want to cast Eldritch Blast at you.
Okay. And this is the dwarf, right?
Yes, of the dwarf.
Okay.
So a beam of crackling energy streaks toward a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against a target.
And which dwarf are you trying to hit?
Me.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to make a ranged spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 16.
That's a hit.
Okay. And 1d10 of damage, of force damage. That is 8 points of damage.
Okay. So does this set fire, or because it's Eldritch Blast, it's like radiant light more like, so it won't set fire?
Yeah, it's like lightning.
It's just force damage, yeah. So it's crackling energy streaks toward the creature. So I think it's just a force of energy.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So your hair gets staticky.
It kind of like.
It's like your finger in a light socket, kind of static.
Penny, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast True Strike at the let me see, at Dax Dwarf.
Okay.
So I extend my hand, I point my finger, and I get a brief insight into his defenses. So on my next turn, I will gain advantage on my attack roll against the target.
Yeah. Scab. Sorry.
And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything clever about bonus actions. I should have another read about my character, which I'll do now while everyone else takes their turn.
All right. So now it is the Eclair's turn. And is still going to
Very strange place.
go after the Kraken.
I just want him to smash it. And let all the pudding fly.
Eclair smash. All right, so it's going to try to squeeze out pudding onto your shoes to make you sticky.
I'm so done.
Yep.
I'm so
It's
done.
a 12.
Are you sticky?
12
No.
is not a hit, right? Okay,
12.
so it misses and splooges to the right of you. All right, Dak, it's your turn.
All right, do you to do the wisdom saving throw, and that would be a nat 4. Yep, so that's not going to work. So I'm still like
You are held paralyzed.
Yep.
TK.
And as a bonus action, I take my finger and some of that.
The Eclair approves.
Yummy. That's some taste of splooge.
I'm going to take aim at you with my bow, CA.
Okay.
And sneak attack again.
Perfect. So this is with the special daggers?
No, this is with my crossbow.
Okay.
Because it does more damage.
Oh.
If I get another nat though, then we'll see. If I get another nat 20. Let me check because I have my proficiency with that. 24. 19 hit plus my attack bonuses.
That's a hit.
Okay, and my damage will be. Why do I keep closing out of that stupid character sheet? Nine total damage.
9. Okay. And you get a sneak attack, right?
Yep, that was my sneak attack.
Okay.
That's what gave me the bonus to the hit.
All right. Next is the Rabid Baby Bunny.
5 times fast. Rabbit baby bunny.
Rabid Baby Bunny, Rabid Baby Bunny.
Rabbit baby, rabbit.
Easy for you to say.
Who is going to attack Chris?
Oh, hello.
He's going to try to scratch his leg with his tiny little paws. It's a 15.
That does not hit.
All right. Can't get through the armor.
Nope.
There's food right in there back until I just can't get in there. What's wrong with this?
Where's the tin opener?
Chris's turn.
Okay. Well, I am going to use one of my spells. Hey, I get to cast spells.
Yay!
I have Morden Canaan's sword. So I will make a melee attack against the rabbit. Ooh. Where's my bonus? So that is a 25.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. 3d10 force damage. What I need to do is find some d10s. Uh, 13.
All right.
So that's 13 points damage. Till the spell ends, which is up to a minute. You can use a bonus action each of your turns to move the sword up to 20 feet to a spot you can see and repeat this attack at the same target or a different one. Well, hello.
So, you have slaughtered the baby bunny.
Oh, the baby bunny.
Would you like to describe it? For all of the children who are
now
watching
this
the
is
stream.
the appropriate time, buddy. Bright eyes burning like fire. When we did Spamalot earlier in the year, when the vicious rabbit gets killed, I really wanted somebody to go behind it with a little bunny thing and go right on. If I'd suggest it to the director, she'd probably gone for it, actually. Okay, but that does mean as a bonus, I get to attack somebody else. Who else? Who's nearest to me?
Me.
It is.
I mean, I'm not that fussed, but I'd rather hit one.
How
of
about the eclair? The eclair right there, right?
Yeah, the dwarf is also there where you are.
I will go for the eclair because it's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Just make sure when you hit it that you go make a clean cut. You don't want to. You want to get your sword stuck in there. And...
It's a 19.
Very nice.
19 hits.
It does, and slaughters the eclair.
Hey!
No, not the dessert.
Make out confectionery.
Would you like to sing another song for that one? Is there an eclair song?
Splooge, 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 splooge,
How about I can see clearly now the rain?
My brain is gone.
Oh, cat number 3 is making an appearance.
Oh, hello, kitty.
Oh, the kitty.
Oh, all the kitties.
Cat.
This is Snowy. This is our old girl. She's 16.
All right, Kraken, it's your turn.
Very cuddly.
I eat the kitty.
Oh, no.
Do
Run
not
away.
eat
Run
it.
away.
I am going to run up to this dwarf by the door.
Okay.
And smash his head.
I like the way Kraken thinks.
That's remarkably violent.
Yes.
No remorse whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's over 19 to hit, 20 something.
Yep, that's a hit.
2d6 plus 3. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. And I get a second strike. 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 to hit.
Ooh, yes.
2, 3 more.
Perfect. All right. So the dwarf falls to its knees and drops a match and is trying to pick it up. Bloodied and gory. Biscuit's turn. Gonna try to swing off Tiny off its back again. Strength tech, Tiny. Strength tech. You're muted again.
Ah.
Oh, I got it. Oh, what was it? I heard you.
There we go. Yeah, we heard you.
We heard
What'd you get?
18.
18. Oh, still hanging on the biscuit.
Welcome to the biscuit rodeo.
So now it is run up to right behind where Kraken is. So that's where you are when it's your turn, which is now.
Biscuit rodeo.
Biscuit cowboy.
He's a biscuit cowboy.
Plan of attack, and I am gonna again bite the biscuit. So I will roll to bite it. And I got a 15.
Yep, that's a hit.
And you said it's a D8 for damage?
Yep.
Okay.
+3.
Okay. 7 plus 3, so that's 10.
Perfect. So the biscuit has now been so wounded, it just lays down. It's not riding anymore.
I'm riding it.
You're just sitting on a biscuit.
And now I'm just sitting on it.
That's just kind of
Awkwardly behind
embarrassing.
Kraken.
when it
Sit on
gets
that
to-
biscuit.
Penny, your
And then,
turn.
and then with the mouthful, I said, I'm afraid of it.
We know how the cookie crumbles.
Indeed. So, having got my True Strike prepared, I'm now casting Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So, at Dax Dwarf, oh, nat 20. I didn't even need my True Strike. So, does a 30 hit?
It does.
Well, yeah, that's definitely hit.
Not even my character, and I just know.
All right.
So that's 3. Hang on. Yes, 3 beams of D10 damage.
Okay.
Oh, I can direct the beams at the same target or at different ones.
Oh.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to do 2 at Dak. And let me see. Besides Dak, we've got the other dwarf. We've killed off.
Confectionaries out
We've
of all.
killed off all the edibles, haven't we?
Just
Including
one
the rabbit.
biscuit's left, just sitting there.
But
Tiny.
Tiny's on the biscuit.
Yep.
Okay.
Not so much.
2 at
biscuit.
Dak. 2 at Dak and 1 at CA. So these 2 are at Dak. Oh boy.
Okay.
Have a whole 2 plus 4. Have 6 fabulous points of damage.
Is that doubled?
Why would it be doubled?
You got a nat 20. That would be a critical, right?
Yeah, critical.
Mhm, yeah. so
Oh,
it's double.
okay.
That's a crit.
6. Then in that case, double it. Make it 12.
Right.
And then CA, you take 6, which is also doubled to 12.
Oof.
So
That kind
blood
of
is
stings.
spewing out of the dwarf's mouth by the door.
Mm.
Dak, it is your turn.
All right, wisdom saving throw. I'm doomed to sit here paralyzed.
Ever.
That was a nat 5.
Mhm.
Oh
Okay.
my god! So that would have been an 11, I believe. Yeah, an 11. So that.
Nope.
All right, TK.
Oh man, that's so much planned.
Your time has come.
I'm gonna skill me now. This is embarrassing.
I'm going to use a very lucky die.
Okay.
That's never good. Means I'm gonna be dead.
Not you, but Dak might be. Nat 20. I'm going to use one of my nice feats that I have to dash over to Dak,
Okay.
which will be counted as a bonus action for me.
All right.
And then I'm going to attack you with both daggers.
All right. Stab me up, son.
Jeez.
And where's there? They are. Okay.
Math.
I was going to say, look at the expression on your face.
Wait, nope, still missing one. You're gonna take 62 damage.
Woo!
Oh,
Boom.
you know what? I think for the sake of time and narrative here, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, how do you off this dwarf?
How do you off this mother? I muted myself. I muted myself.
Okay. So as I dash over, I see, it's not even graceful. Because I'm just thinking, all right, finally, this dwarf, one of these dwarfs isn't moving. I'm going to get him. I slip on the eclair. And I just tumble head over heels and flip my daggers on and just jam them right into you to catch myself.
Ow.
Sorry, buddy. You okay?
That was the clumsiest success I have ever seen.
You are not okay. Hey, guys, he's not okay.
You get me right just in the wrong, the worst part you could get in my stomach, and I couldn't even defend myself.
I'm just going to look over at I see that you have tamed the wild biscuit.
Mouthful of biscuit. I say, the biscuit is mine.
I'm gonna kneel down and clean off my daggers using Dak's clothing.
Oh, dude, not okay.
All right, Chris.
Just put them away.
That's you. Chris.
All right. So I'm
was
dead.
distracted by cat.
Oh no, you're good. No worries. So you got one dwarf and a almost dead biscuit.
Almost dead biscuit. Again, your words you hear every day. Okay, I'm going to take my first attack. Excuse me, Snowy, you're sitting on my character sheet. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take an attack on the dwarf. 19.
That's a hit.
8 points of piercing damage.
Is there, and you have a double attack or no?
Yeah, I'll get another attack. Sorry, I've 24.
Yep, hit.
And 6 points of piercing damage.
All right, you have slaughtered the last remaining dwarf.
Yay!
Would you like to describe how you killed him?
See, I don't just kill confectionery,
My favorite line of a whole note right there.
All right. So now that you have successfully slaughtered, 2 innocent dwarves, you've slaughtered a bunny
puffs.
And some pastry puffs.
Confectionery is evil.
And you can either kill the biscuit or you can probably train the biscuit. Biscuit rider.
Oh, come on, we've got to try and train it.
You can make it your biscuit now.
Carry treasure for us.
I am so happy right now.
As you're eating your pet.
I will tame this biscuit for eternity. This will be our new mount.
You've got to be careful, though. You won't be able to use it in the rain.
We'll just, get some, go to that tent, whatever's left. We'll just salvage it and make it a little raincoat.
Make it tarp. Yeah.
All right. So,
that's cute.
All right. So, we have come to the point where Javier steps forward and he.
The mute. Javier the mute.
Yes, Javier the mute. and
who am I? Why am I here?
Yes,
Why I wanted to die? How crazy was that? Let me go.
What is happening?
You guys were nothing more than just cultists here. You guys worship him. But anyway, he comes forward. He thanks each of you. Thank you so much for leading me here. Our journey was long, and I know you've done most of the fighting, but that was proof. That was proof that you really are into, me.
Really into biscuits.
The whole point of this journey, sir, was because she wanted a biscuit. So
yeah, the journey for the biscuit, the one biscuit,
one biscuit to rule them all.
Yeah, one biscuit to rule exactly.
Ride the Wild Biscuit is my new band name.
So congratulations, you guys! You did it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes, son. Yes. And now Javier can actually rest in peace. So just to hurry things along, he goes in, he lives up on the altar, thanks everyone once again, and he passes away.
And now
Totally
is the time for the poll. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna put a poll up on the screen. You have to vote for your DM of the evening.
Oh, that's just hard.
It's up on the top left-hand side of the screen. Players can vote as well.
Oh no, I can't vote.
Well, why can't you vote?
Oh, because I was using my mobile. There's no mobile version, so I'm gonna have to sign in really fast.
Oh yeah,
This is tough. I think I know Dak, you mentioned you're not running many games. You guys both did really well.
Yeah, this was both our first time DMing D&D live, I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I think this will definitely help set up myself for Tomb of Annihilation, probably when I potentially go live with that.
Mhm.
It'll be great. It's gonna be so much fun.
I would
Yay.
be perfectly happy to be DM'd again by either of you.
Oh, you're the best.
Thank you, good sir.
And
Thank you.
next
DM,
time,
I'll
Dak,
bring
I'm
pastries next time.
next time I won't catch a caterpillar on fire for being a smart.
Yeah, well, he's still cursing you from the depths of the nine hells.
I'll be going there soon.
Pop in and say hello. Hey,
Hello.
didn't I kill you?
Remember me? Yeah, I brought Altovs this time. Let's go.
the staggering. Yeah, he says. Staggering Giant says, "Dear players, stop killing the quest givers."
We didn't kill any quest givers, did we?
I did. And
Yeah,
Tiny kind of helped, and David kind of helped.
Wait, who's the quest
Did
giver?
everyone get their votes in? You're good?
I'm
All
not
players
actually
in?
sure that I can vote. I've got the mechanism to vote.
Yeah.
So are you in the chat? The
I'm in the
Twitch?
group chat on the Zoom, but I'm not.
Well, you can put your number there. I'll read that.
Okay. Oh, but
It's
I'm
really
refusing-
hard.
Well, I won't read it out loud if you don't want to.
okay.
She's like, I guess.
Refusing to vote on this one.
Conscientious
Yeah.
objection.
That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to vote either.
Yeah, I kind of feel like
Mm.
I do feel like that me and CA shouldn't vote because we were the DMs, and that could be.
Yeah,
Nah,
because
you
I
guys
I mean, it would
gotta-
be even anyway because I would vote for you.
Yeah, you know, I was going to vote for you.
Oh.
So
We're gonna
that's
vote for each
how
other.
I feel.
If I could vote for both of you, I would vote for both of you.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm not splitting my friendship.
Okay, I have put my vote to you. I've put what my vote is on the
Perfect.
group chat privately to CA to tally up with everything else.
All right, so it looks like CA has won.
Woohoo!
Ooh. But Dak,
the
you're a winner
hair.
in my heart. So
It's the
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was all the kitty noises.
Yeah,
I
it
think the
can't
real
be the
winners
kitty.
tonight were us players who got to play in this awesome
Yeah.
beat of a game.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to say that because if I had gotten unfrozen, you guys would have been hurting. I would have waited for you guys, but I wanted you so bad.
I stole the tripping thing. I was like, wait, I was just drugged less than 10 minutes ago. This makes perfect sense for this to happen. My perception is going to be
All right, so now we're going to do a giveaway.
Woo,
For those who hung out with us today in the chat, we really appreciate all the support that you have.
Yes, thanks,
Coming out
guys.
for Extra Life. We
Thank
really
you.
You guys
appreciate
are awesome.
Fun.
you guys
it.
rock.
Love watching everyone chat.
All right, so let's see what's up.
What are we giving away, Kit?
All right, Varnished Truths has won the giveaway.
Woohoo!
And you have
Yay.
won a set of tabletop loot dice
Yay!
of your choosing.
Yeah.
So you can pick any style you like. I recommend Oil Slick because they're my favorite. All right, so congratulations, Varnished Truths.
Yeah. Yoo-hoo.
Varnish.
Tabletop loot dice are what gave me all my high rolls tonight. Then they gave me one low roll, so I swapped out to my classic.
There was-
Don't even know what company I got these from. I got them when I was like 12 die, which then killed Dak. So.
It was the classic dice betrayal.
Right.
The classic dice betrayal.
This comes to the end of our stream. If you would like to know more about Extra Life, you can scroll down. There is a link to the Extra Life website. You can also see all of the thread raiders listed on the Extra Life site. And hopefully we'll get to see you again. We're hoping to do more charity events like this in the future. That's our main goal. And so everybody should introduce themselves before we go for the night. So let's start with Dak.
Hey, I'm Dak. How you doing?
Hi.
Yeah, you can find me on the Twitters, as we are on now, at Daquine Gaming, and you can also find me on YouTube under the same name, and you can find me under the Twitters under Daquine Game Army, all one word. Yeah, and I'm streaming at least 2 or 3 times a week on that channel.
Yeah, you're an affiliate now.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Did it.
Congratulations. Woo,
Yay.
woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tiny, what about you?
I'm the Tiny GM. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and Discord under Tiny GM or the Tiny GM. All the same thing, same person. Super cute, super tiny. I had so much fun. I definitely want to participate in another Thread Raider stream again sometime soon. I had so much fun playing with everybody.
Yay!
Thank you. Woo. Donate to the little kitties.
Yes,
because
please
the
do.
kitties are the most important part.
Give them all of the money for all of the biscuits. They need the biscuits more than I do.
All right, Penny, tell us about you.
Okay, so let me see. I'm Pinsky on Discord. I'm Happy Pinsky on Twitter, although I don't do much original content. And I'm in Nerd Therapy, where I'm playing a rogue who has an affiliation for coin.
Nice. And how long have you been doing that now?
Oh, it's about 18 months, and we've just passed 18,000 downloads.
Woo!
Congratulations. Ooh, that's exciting.
That's wonderful. All right, Chris, you're up.
Okay, so I am on Discord as Book Zombie. I'm on Twitch as Book Zombie. I'm going to be very confusing. So I'm on Twitter as Book Zombie, but swap the I out for a 1 because some bastard chose this. So it's sort of Book Zomb 1E.
I threw it up in the chat.
Yeah, thanks. And I am also part of the Nerd Therapy Collective with Penny, so look out for Nerd Therapy there for more complete nonsense. And yeah, I really enjoyed myself tonight. Thanks to our wonderful DMs and our wonderful other players, and I look forward to playing with you guys again at some point.
Yes,
that'll be terrific.
Hopefully
We
soon.
love that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm definitely foggy. There we go.
All right, David O'Steele.
Yo.
What's up?
So yeah, we do a podcast, Magic and Steel. It's a D&D 5e actual play. Well, more than actual play, it's a role playing game podcast we do, and we do an audio drama as well, Arc City.
Yes.
You can find us everything about us, where I am on Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. SteelEmpire.com, STEELE Empire.com. And I had the pleasure of playing with Nerd Therapy as well. I sat in on a few games.
Yes,
had a good time. They are crazy psychos.
Sounds like they fit right in with our games, David.
Yeah.
But we're very funny.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we think we are.
I'll confirm you guys are very funny.
Oh, the best.
Yeah.
All right, TK.
I am TK Kenthos88 on Twitter. Pretty much that everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, Discord, any social media thing that I'm a part of. I'm really bad at talking about myself, apparently.
He's a wonderful person who takes naps often.
If only that were true. I will be running every other Tuesday. I'll be running a new game for the Thread Raiders called Thread quote unquote Thread in quotes Raiders of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Which will be a custom homebrew of Starfinder, because we were looking at Starfinder. I read through the rules, like they're too clunky even for me, who's working on a YouTube series called Demystifying the Clunky. Like, all right, we're taking a lot of this out, and I'm brewing in a lot of 5e, some stuff from 3.5, stuff from Fate. Send it to the players, like, yeah, this sounds more fun. Like, okay, we're doing it then.
And in case he forgets to mention, TK is also running another session for this weekend.
That's
for the
right.
charity
Tell
event.
us about that,
The
TK.
TPK Theater. First time ever, it will be run live. Actually, first time ever, yeah, it will be run streamed, actually. I've ran it before for friends online. And on December 10th, which will be well after Extra Life and after PAX Unplugged, I will be putting it up on the DM's Guild, the complete TPK Theater, which is 14 emergency one-shots that every odd number is guaranteed to almost wipe your party if they're not lucky.
Whoa.
Now, I almost wonder if this TPK theater you have going, I wonder if people will die in there. I wonder.
I hope so.
So if you're around on Sunday for that stream, Penny and I are both involved with that as well.
So come watch us die.
And before you watch me kill my friends and players, you should check out David's stream right before that, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's early.
Who's doing a desert heist, correct? D&D 5e?
Yes, it is a heist like Ocean's 11. It's going to be a good time.
That is awesome.
Yes.
I love that film.
Good time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a different heist from the one that we did for you?
It is the same one you did.
Ah.
Yeah, so shh. Don't tell anybody. No secrets.
And I am Chaotic Anarchy. Don't forget the extra A in Anarachy. You can find me on Twitter or Twitch or Facebook. I'm pretty much everywhere. I like to be social. Come say hi. Come hang out in our Thread Raider Discord. I'm there a lot. Or on Twitter. You'll see me raiding threads. It was an absolute pleasure being able to DM for you today. Thank you again for coming out for the Extra Life stream. Hopefully you will want to see the other stuff we have. Exciting. The next show we have is Mets Girl, aka Kim, is going to be DMing a D&D 5e game next.
Yes.
Yes.
What time does that start? Like in an
That
hour?
starts at 8:30.
Nice.
Yes. So
I think we might be in bed by then.
No.
Right after this, So Maddie Games has created a video for us. He interviewed some of the Thread Raiders so that you guys could get to know us a little bit and where we're coming from, what we're doing. The interview that's after this is with Daquine Gaming. So stay tuned for that.
Hi,
And
it's
we
me.
will see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Guys, bye.
Been fun. Take
Thank you.
care.